What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's a Kelly epi.
Woo!
It's
Ooh,
a Kelly epi today.
Like
Kelly
that.
Keegs is with me. Fran,
Yes.
hi, everybody. It's Fran.
Hello, nice to
doing
meet you.
the intro. Yeah. Hello. Just for clarification. A wild day for our sweet Rhea. Lots of ups, downs, car emergency, things had to be figured out, conflicting times. I can only be here a certain time. It's like, so here we are.
Yes, and we're here, and I happen to already be here, and it was just and nothing to do at this time. So how lovely. Perfect
It was
timing.
just a symphony of bad events,
Yes.
one after the other, and on top of that, it's like the most disgusting day ever in New York City.
It's so horrible out. Like the
Yeah.
rain, the flooding in the streets. It's disgusting. I wear the absolute wrong
It's
shoes.
terrible.
My
I mean,
pants
look,
are too long.
if you're
Yeah.
watching on YouTube, you can see the discrepancy in my shoes versus
Yeah.
Kelly today.
I did not think
I'm
it
in
was gonna rain
straight
as much
up
as it did.
snow boots because it is disgusting, and I do walk to work, and I had to take a few detours because
I
of
had
some
to,
flooding.
I had to hop over a puddle with my Starbucks this morning. I said, oh no.
I know.
And it really does like disrupt your day when you can't just walk your normal path.
I know.
That's crazy
I
to
know.
say, talking about the rain, but
Seriously.
bad rain, wintry mix.
Yeah, definitely. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm so jealous of people that are like a little bit north who are getting snow. Ugh,
My parents got snow.
we just never
yesterday.
get snow anymore here. We
I know, it's really
never
disappointing.
do.
I'm
Like,
waiting
it just
for them-
doesn't snow here.
It's supposed to snow big. I think maybe today, Wednesday.
I don't know,
but-
I don't know, Kelly.
Listen,
Because it
has
says
has
that,
a
and then
thing.
it's supposed to be. All
No,
I keep
it's
saying
gone.
is
Now
we're
it's
just
now
supposed
it's a
to
beautiful
get
sunny day tomorrow.
No, we're supposed to be getting blistering cold
Ugh.
through the end of the year, but with
Come
no
on.
snow.
That's stupid. How am
I
I gonna
know.
how am I gonna bring myself to Central Park and take pictures of the snow?
I know. I know. My poor sweet Olive, she does not. She's not. She's gonna have a full blown wardrobe. I've got her a winter coat.
Will she wear shoes or does she walk around?
Well,
with
the problem is that she's gonna have to.
She's gonna have to, and I can't wait to see her put them on
it's
for
a
the first
s-
time.
yeah,
You know
it's
how
gonna
dogs
be-
walk
yeah,
with those rubber
yeah,
shoes? I die.
Honestly, the ones that I ordered her in the instruction manual that came with them, it was like, do this slowly, don't put them on the first day you take them outside, like put them on, positive reinforcement, give them a
Yep.
treat, like the whole thing so that they like the boots. And it literally said like, we know how funny it is to see them
'Cause
trying
it
to
is.
walk in them.
It is hilarious.
But
when
you
they're
don't
like
want
up
her
on
to
their
hate them.
front legs and
they
their
literally
hind legs
like,
are up.
I don't like this. Yeah, she's gonna hate it for
She's
sure.
definitely gonna hate it.
She's gonna hate it for sure. But it is. Yeah, it's gross today.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to snow, but I did have a lovely tree night. Tree night landed right on December 1st, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And getting a real tree in New York City is an adventure on its own.
Yes.
Because if you want the most convenient way to do it, it's also obviously the most expensive
Right.
way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There are obviously other places you can go to get a cheaper tree, but the trees that are on the street, my God, it's quite the expense.
It really is, and it totally depends on the neighborhood. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I've got my tree guys on my corner who I love. I paid $130 for like an almost 6-foot tree.
Wow.
Which I was like, what a steal.
That
and I also bought a little.
It sounds ridiculous because people are gonna be like, "What?" But yes.
But I have a friend of mine.
But no,
in Chelsea,
in my
$250.
area, a 6-foot tree will ring you like 180, 200.
Yeah. My friend did $250 and he's having it delivered. And I said,
Oh, so that's another extra fee.
This was an extra fee. Right, exactly.
No. Joe throws that tree right on his shoulder, walks
Of
home
course.
with it.
Yeah, of course. Because me
And
too.
here
Me
we
too,
go.
Joe.
Yeah.
By the way, me too.
And no, so that was very exciting. And honestly, I'm very excited about it because it's one of our best picks.
Good.
It's a good looking tree. I'll
Hell
show you a
yeah.
picture.
Nothing
of her.
better than a good tree. My tree is really good too.
I know. I was very excited about it,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just like very proportional.
I love
and
that.
full.
Love.
And smells great, which I was excited about. But you know, like how you put the tree into the sand and then I watch it so diligently the first day because I'm like, you better be drinking.
Oh yeah.
You better be
Oh,
drinking
yeah.
water because nothing's worse than when they don't drink water and you're like, this tree's already dead. I just got it.
Mm-hmm. And
Look how cute she is. She's not decorated
oh,
yet,
beautiful.
but
Beautiful.
Like
honestly,
proportions
very
were
similar.
great.
I wish I took a. Oh no, I have a photo of mine, but I decorated mine.
But I had
quickly,
Joe guard
like-
this tree because when we walked up, there were so many other people, and I was like, Joe, you stand by that tree. You do not let anybody else
fine.
take that tree. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Fran, I had a almost identical experience.
Yeah.
I went to I live very close to my tree stand. It's the same guys every year. They're like major hippies. You know, most of them are.
That's basically every single one.
Yes,
same with our guys.
They're very whimsical.
At our one in Chelsea.
My guys make like little wood carvings. Like they made a wood carving of a reindeer smoking a cigarette. I bought it for $30. You know, it's whatever. So they're just cool hippies doing their thing. But I was walking by. I had to go pick up something at H&M, and I was walking by, going back to my apartment, and I kind of with my eyeballs scoped some trees. I get very lucky where every year for the past couple of years, I've chosen the first tree I grab, and it ends up being like perfect. And so I'm trying to keep that streak up.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, and I spot one. I'm like, oh, I like that tree. And I come down, and I'm like beelining it to this tree.
Yeah.
And some girl comes out of nowhere. I know she sees me, and she starts monopolizing the attention of the tree guy, being like, I need help. Bah, bah, bah.
Right.
And then she starts just like grabbing trees. And I'm like, wait a minute, you can't just like grab the trees.
Yeah.
So she's grabbing trees. She's making this guy hold up one, weighing them, whatever.
Right.
I'm standing next to the tree that I want, waiting for this guy to be done with her and work with me. The other guy was wrapping up another tree, like whatever. So I'm standing there waiting. I grab the tree and I just kind of look at it because she's fully in my way, like whatever. So I'm looking at it, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, this is the one. So I set it back down and I'm waiting patiently. And then all of a sudden she turns around. She's holding two other trees, looks at me and is like, you might have to help me with something here. I was like, what? And then she grabs the tree I'm waiting for. And so I said, well, looks like I already helped you because that's the tree I'm trying to get. And she goes, oh, ha ha. And then keeps holding it as if she's going to now get this tree.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, what kind of scene am I about to start? Like, am I going to bitch this girl and be like, that's my fucking tree, bitch? Or am I going to let her buy this tree in front of me and absolutely tree cuck me? Like, is that what's going to happen?
Spirit.
And
give me my fucking Christmas tree.
Well, she made the fatal mistake of putting that tree down for 2 seconds. And I walked up, I snatched it away. I brought it over here and I said, this is my tree and I'm ready. On the way out, she goes, congrats, it really is a beautiful tree. As if we like had a fight about the tree. I was like, no, girl, you tried to steal my tree and I caught you.
Competition.
It was nuts.
I know.
And this all went down in like 5 minutes. I couldn't believe what was happening. But yeah.
I know. I will
Sorry
say,
to that girl if I was a bitch, but you were a bitch first.
It is. Look, it's a competition. There were multiple other young couples that were there when Joe and I were there, and they were eyeing the tree that I was eyeing, and I was like, Joe, you stand by that tree, because then also it's like we know the price we're in for because we've been getting it from the same place. We know how ridiculous it is every time we go. One of the other couples was definitely like, oh, what? Like hearing it and was like not happy about it. I'm like, super fair. I understand.
It is absurd.
But they were like, what about that one looking at the tree? And when the guy said it, they were like, oh, no. And so I was like, okay, great, Joe, stay by our tree.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's how you got to do it. And yes, you have to be prepared for a major expense. And
I
you know what, though, I asked my dad right before, because I was home, obviously, for Thanksgiving. And I asked him about tree prices out in Jersey.
Yeah.
And he said they're kind of around the same. He said, I think last year, my parents get 2 real trees now, a big one and a small one. And the big one, I think he said it was like $100.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, that makes $130 for my tree.
Yeah, that
whatever.
definitely makes sense. But like you could get a pretty big tree for $100.
Totally. And yeah,
compared
they're
to
full size trees.
Yeah,
like,
compared to what when I see like the 10-footers that they have on the sidewalks,
you're like, who's
I'm
buying
like,
that?
who is buying this? Because this must be a $400 tree, if not more.
Did you see that lady in Soho on her phone complaining? The Soho like tree area. Apparently the trees are going for $500 a piece.
Oh, shit.
And I don't know exactly how big the tree was, but she was like, I got 2 trees for whatever reason. So like walked out of there $1,200 later. And I was like, that's a $6. Like, what are you talking about? If I walked up to the tree stand and said, I would like these 2 trees, please. And they said, that'll be $1,200. I'd laugh in their face and walk away. Like, I guess I'm getting a fake one off Amazon this year. Like, that's
right.
You shouldn't be spending $1,200 on your trees.
No, that's crazy.
On
that's
2 trees.
That's a crazy. Yeah, no way. But no, it was that was glorious. It's also decorated in here. So shout out,
beautiful in here.
The whole team.
Is this real?
Yes.
So cute. Love it.
Our little.
I feel the sap.
Yeah.
Wow. It does look really beautiful in here.
Well done, everybody.
All kinds of festivities.
I'm sure Noah was this your vision?
I mean, no,
Yes.
it's what we do every year. But
Yes,
it's,
well,
it's a
I'm
whole
saying
thing.
Sarah,
Okay, Scrooge.
Sarah and Maddie executed
It's what
beautifully.
we do every year.
Yeah, they did.
Blah, blah.
But
looks great.
I focus more on the cleaning. As we really cleaned out.
We did. I
Which
like
you did do a great job.
The garland
it
looks lovely.
Mm-hmm.
The tree's so cute.
This
Our star of
ornament
Zac
that was-
Efron's back on top.
$17.99. This Niagara Falls ornament.
No,
Sticker's still on it.
that was a ripoff. I will say, and we all got
crazy.
them. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
That was
But, you're at Niagara Falls. What
That
are you
was
gonna
a
do?
Niagara Falls tourist. Like that was like the
Tourist trap.
Yes, for sure. We went into a gift shop and they robbed us blind in there.
Of course.
But we were like, we need all these things.
Sometimes you gotta.
So-
I'm the same. If there's a souvenir option, well, we're very similar at we go to concerts and stuff. The merch,
Yeah.
It's like I black out. It's like I need the collectibles.
Yeah,
Need to have it.
I know. You want to know actually of all the concerts that I went to this year and all the merch that I brought home,
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that the best quality good that I purchased
Yeah.
was a camouflage Dua Lipa hoodie.
Oh,
Yeah.
surprising. Actually, not. I mean,
Yeah.
why would it be surprising?
But and
interesting.
it was certainly expensive,
Yeah.
but
How much? Is
high
it, $100?
quality. It was probably $100.
Yeah, that makes sense for like a good hoodie.
Like thick, high quality,
Dua Lipa.
solid sweatshirt that I actually feel like I was like,
Nice.
wow, this is a very
Worthwhile purchase.
This is because I feel like sometimes depending on where you are, and a lot of them are like $80 to $100. I feel like concert sweatshirts.
Totally.
And I'll go home with an $80 one that is not like
garbage.
it's see through. It's so
Mhm.
So
I liked my I got some good ones from Sabrina. I got like a zip up, like a gray zip up from Sabrina that I love. I'm like living in it these days. It's really
that's
cute.
a good one too.
Yeah, and I
That's
got
a
it
good
big
one, too.
oversized.
Yeah.
It's nice.
If you're looking for a dry shampoo that is going to get your hair refreshed, feeling good, making that blowout last, Batiste Dry Shampoo is the award-winning #1 dry shampoo brand, #1 in the world and in the US. It instantly refreshes your hair, absorbs oil and grease for a cleaner looking and feeling hair with added volume and texture. Plus, it is great on your hair and easy on your wallet. I know that there's so many dry shampoos on the market that range from all different price points. Batiste makes sure that the dry shampoo, it's not breaking the bank. And you can get the blowout look without the blowout price. Batiste works better than the next leading competitor and brands that cost up to 2 times more. And it's a cult classic for a reason. So on those days when, I just did my hair on
Today, I'm rose
dry
gold
shampoo?
Batisted up today. For
because on like the Mondays where I'm at the gym, or Mondays, wash my hair, Tuesday morning at the gym. And then I'm like, oh, now I just did my hair on Monday. Well, the Batiste brings it all back to life. So you can buy the Batiste Dry Shampoo online or in store at your nearest retailer. We were chatting before because you did a whole like Stranger Things recap with the movie boys
Yes.
here at Barcel. And I finished episode 4 on Monday night. So now it's like we're in the waiting game. But really just a fantastic 4th episode. Noah, you're watching, or you're
I am
not?
watching, but I only watched one.
Okay, you'll see. So
I don't want to spoil it.
I
again.
didn't. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody because people are they're definitely still watching.
Yeah.
And if you've avoided spoilers at this point, like good for you. But I was not like I watched Stranger Things up until season 3. I hated season 3 so much. I thought it was so bad. I hated the like mall moment, like whatever. It was dumb to me.
I liked them all.
I just thought it was so unrealistic. Like
Fair.
you know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
I love. I mean, I talk coming from the girl who literally lives in Harry Potter world. Like but sometimes I have limits, and that was one of them. And so I didn't watch season 4. And then season 5, everything's coming out. I obviously knew the moment with the Kate Bush running up that hill. Like I had seen that scene, and like I get the gist. And I watched the first 4 of season 5, volume 1 they're calling it. And I needed like a little bit of filling in of the gaps, but it was totally fine watching it, and it's really good. Like it's back all the way. And I went back then and watched pieces of 4 to fill in more gaps that I was missing. But it's certainly taken a leap into more like interesting, darker adult, like, storyline stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we've got the government involved, and like
For sure.
the kids are, they're older, they're seniors. I don't have a problem with that's like the big discourse thing. I don't have a problem with how they look. I think that the kids, they were hired to be child actors and they have grown up and so have their characters, and it makes sense. And I'm calling it Harry Potter. It's definitely Hallows.
Yeah, it would have been way weirder if they tried to like make them look younger.
Yes.
Or I don't like recasting's not even an option, but like
no,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
or
it would have been
like
weird if
versions.
they tried to like CGI them to be younger looking or whatever. I don't know. I have no problem with it. It's totally fine. I think also if you didn't go to school with a boy who between sophomore and junior year became a completely different person, I don't know what to tell you. Like
it makes complete sense.
Like there was high school. Some of my guy friends, if you were to look at them, freshmen is it falling off the side?
Yeah, I can hear the tape.
You can hear the tape slowly ripping.
That's why I kept. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. I'm done being
but
distracted.
if you were to look like freshman year to senior year, it's a completely different human being.
Of course, and that is where people are now. They're projecting their hatred of like the previous seasons onto this. Like they're just looking for something to complain about, and this is what it is. There's nothing to complain about. It's really good.
I don't even really think they look drastically that much different from season 4.
They look just the same.
Like season 4, they looked old, a lot older, obviously, but it's like they're 18. Like how old are they?
That's what I said. I said they're not even that old.
I also don't think that they look like. That never really crossed my mind.
Me neither.
I know. I'm not thinking like, oh my God.
Like think about Euphoria.
I'm not looking at Mike thinking, oh my God, Mike looks like he's 30.
No.
You're like, no, he's 22. Like,
right. Like chill. Everybody's
like if you compare the cast of Euphoria to this cast, they look like they're 20 years older than the Stranger Kids.
A billion %. Yes.
For sure.
And I don't know who started the
It's not like 30-year-olds don't play high schoolers all the time on TV.
All the time.
And wasn't Jason Earl like 30 when he was on Hannah Montana?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And that is what people are choosing, that they can't like suspend their disbelief for that. It's like we've got
there's a Demogorgon or whatever like running around.
And the upside down. I think we can
the only one that was cracking me up, and I don't know how old she actually is. I gotta look her up.
Oh, the sister?
Is Erica.
Yeah, Erica the sister.
Who I fucking love. I think Erica's
Me
like
too.
the funniest person on Stranger Things.
Yes, but they had to change up her hair, and they didn't. They like kept her little girl
but
hair.
you know, like when you're just like, ooh, this girl's becoming a woman.
Yes. Oh
and
yeah.
she doesn't quite look like she's 12.
No, she does not. Not even close.
But I'm also like, how old is she supposed to be on the show? I don't even know.
In season 4, she was 11. And she passed for 11,
right.
I thought. Now with season 5, she looks 15 at least. But I think in reality, she's like 20.
Because she's supposed to be playing. She must be still in
She's playing a freshman. She's playing a freshman.
She's playing a
yes.
freshman. Okay.
Or no, sorry. She's in 8th grade. 8th grade.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think she was in, right?
Remember they ran to the middle school.
Yeah, I mean, she's 19 right now. So it's like, that's a tougher.
Chill.
When I saw her walking, when they called her out of the classroom and she walked down the steps, I was like, she's grown up
girl.
a little bit.
I was like, girl. She's a woman.
Oh my God, I freaking love Erica.
She's
cracks
very
me
funny.
up. She is an amazing character, but no, it's good for sure. I'm excited to see how it all plays out. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah,
for
of
Noah.
course. There's some really good. There's some really good acting. I'll say like Holly, the child act. Like she, I think is really good.
You know, there's certain
the
things
mom
that I
is really
still
good.
am very like. I just act like I know what I'm talking about, and I'm watching it and I'm like, I hope they explain this to me at some point, because I'm like, Holly and Maxx just being like, we're trapped in his mind, and I'm like, well, what?
Yeah. Say, what do you mean?
So
yeah, it helps. It helps.
Is
season 4 helps with that.
I'm like, so like, how are you? How is this working?
Yeah. Where are you physically?
So I'm like, so you're not in the upside down, but you're also somewhere else, but you're not here, but you're in his mind, but it's all his memories, but he can go back and forth.
Yeah.
In the memories from him and Vecna, but as Henry, but he can also go back into the real world and snag you all.
I was comparing it to Multiverse of Madness. I said we got a little Doctor Strange.
But then I'm like,
happening.
ooh, but Henry's popping.
These are light spoilers, by the way. But yeah,
right.
Light
he's
spoilers.
popping into Hawkins, being like,
he's switching up his. He's putting his Henry Creel mask on over here and his Vecna mask over there. Yeah, 4 helps with a little bit of that. But I will say that,
I watched all 4. So
oh shit, okay.
I've watched it all.
Just went back. Like I watched 5 and then I went back and watched more, so it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah,
but
Max going through that whole journey of hers, I was like.
That was kind of
slightly
nuts.
confused.
That really made me think about just Multiverse of Madness. I was like, this is exactly like you're stuck in a memory, you're stuck in an endless time loop, whatever. Same vibes. But ultimately, I thought it was good. The kid actors are good. specifically Holly Wheeler, who she had been around the whole time. You know, like she was kind of around, hanging out in the wings, little kid, no one's paying attention.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like, you know, but she had great facial acting. I couldn't get over. Like I was really captivated by her. I think I
thought that too. Actress. I was like, she's doing a good job.
And the mom, Mrs. Wheeler.
Yep.
She was absolutely crushing it. But speaking of child actors who deserve awards, I had asked Fran if I could sing the praises of Hamnet.
Yes, you may.
While I was on here today. And I saw it last night, a very late night showing. Barely anyone in the theater. I think there were like 8 of us in the theater, 10:45 p.m. And I live very close to the theater. So my mom was like, "You walked there?" I was like, "Mom, I'm like literally across the street." So, but I went, and I knew I was going to be emotional. I knew it was going to be like a sad movie. I did not expect to dry heaving, sobbing, like the most crying I've ever done in the middle of a theater.
That's kind of what I'm expecting, because even in the commercials, like even when they, in the commercials that play on TV and they go through some of the reviews or whatever, and it's like, gut-wrenching second half.
Yes,
like you're like,
literally gut-wrenching second half. Like that is not and I'm trying to think the last time I cried really fucking hard at a movie like that. I want to say maybe like Manchester by the Sea. Like that was like and that was awful in a different way.
Those movies I really actually try to avoid. Like most of those,
you got to prepare
anytime
yourself.
Someone like when they're like, oh, I just like that one I never saw. Manchester. What was the one with Brendan Fraser? The Whale.
Oh, The Whale.
It was like I just cried hysterically the entire. Never saw it. Marley and Me, never seen. We'll never watch Marley and Me.
Marley and Me I saw once, and I couldn't tell you a single thing about it because I've blocked it from my mind. Like, it was too depressing, and I don't know what that movie's about.
No, I will literally never watch Marley and Me.
And you shouldn't. There's no need. No one needs to be that sad, you know?
No.
But so Hamnet does tap into that, but it's all based on Shakespeare's what happened in his life. He got married and he had kids, and one of his kids died of the plague. And that's like what happened in real life. So this tells that story.
Not a spoiler.
Not a spoiler. Sorry. So like, I hope if you don't know Shakespeare lore, like you can look it up. But
not a spoiler, but I mean, it is the entire premise of the movie,
right?
You know,
so,
like
exactly. Yeah. And I didn't say which child, so it's definitely not a spoiler.
It's like even when you Google the movie, the overview was like how they deal with the death of their son.
Exactly. So who's literally named Hamnet. So that's it's literally about him. Yep. But the acting again, just phenomenal all around. Paul Mescal. What am I forgetting? The main girl.
Jessie Buckley.
Jessie Buckley. And, Joe Alwyn alert trigger for all the Joe widows out there, the Taylor Swift who are still mourning the breakup, that he's in it. He's useless though, low-key. Like he is always just kind of that like filler British character. He plays the brother. He plays Jessie Buckley's Anya Shakespeare's brother. Okay. And he's fine. Like it's not like he's doing a bad job. He's just, there's no reason for him to be there.
Fair.
And but Paul and Jessie, their chemistry is insane. They're really good together. But the kids, specifically Hamnet, the little boy who plays Hamnet, oh my fucking God. Like I've never seen child acting like that. The emotion in his face, and maybe it's just the way he looks.
Yeah.
Like I was so it made it 10 times more emotional for me, because I was just like, oh my God. And I don't really get choked up over kid stuff, to be honest. Like I do sometimes, but not in the way of like, like my mom like really gets upset about stuff like that. I don't really. But I just have to sing praises, and it just came out like last Friday. Or whatever.
I want to say it's like it's
the 26th it came out.
It came out like this past week, but in a, I think like a limited release, and then like the end of this week it's full blown out.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah,
okay. Because I was wondering why people aren't talking more about it, because I was wondering.
I literally
Oscar
just saw a commercial for it last night that was like in theaters, limited release now or whatever, in theaters Friday.
Okay. I highly, highly recommend, especially if you if you appreciate like a British drama with Shakespeare sprinkled in, you'll really like it. Right. Like it's really, really good, I think. And I
loved that you said it was only 2 hours. I said amazing.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour movie. Quick in and out, really gets to the point, but it doesn't feel long, but it feels full, if that makes sense. Like I left it being like, wow.
Yeah.
Like not too long, not too short. Yeah. Goldilocks.
Amazing. That's on my list, and I was saying to you before that I do really want to go see Eternity.
Me too. I do too. I love Callum Turner. Love Miles Teller.
Yep.
Their names are so similar. Callum Turner, Miles Teller.
Yeah. The Teller Turner.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
I love Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah. I think I'm very excited to see that too. I really want to see it. It's definitely a lot of movie time.
Mm-hmm.
after my Zootopia 2 viewing.
Going to the theaters. Oh, Zootopia 2. I also had the pleasure of seeing that over the weekend. Fantastic movie. Fantastic. Everything. I know that Fran said that she already talked about it.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it for 2 seconds. The adult jokes are great. It totally holds up. I remember when Zootopia 1 came out, how much of a blockbuster it ended up being. And I feel like it wasn't totally appreciated right away. Go see Zootopia 2. Like, it's worth it. It's worth seeing.
I just saw the clip of you guys talking about that. It's like the opening weekend is like the fourth highest opening weekend ever.
Up with like ever in movies. Like up with like Spider-Man and fucking
like
Endgame.
It's like with the Marvel movies that like would break records, and then it's like Zootopia 2.
Yes.
I mean,
feel
granted,
validated.
I contributed to that. I saw it on opening day.
Oh yeah. I said when I saw that it was coming out, I said, oh, that's gonna make $1 billion.
And let me tell you, perfect time for it to come out.
Perfect.
Thanksgiving weekend, perfect time for a movie release, and having it come out, whatever it was, Wednesday, brilliant.
Agreed. Couldn't agree more. Very funny. Good. A few good like nods to returning characters, a bunch of new people, really good stuff. Cute for the kids, fun for the adults.
I'm about to have a nail.
Oh no, Fran. You always get that broken nail on that same spot, don't you?
Oh my God. Well, yeah.
Oh no.
I looked down and felt it, was like, oh no.
Did it get caught on your hair or something? That's always when I notice.
It's probably.
Damn. And your nails really aren't like, I'd probably go like a little longer before getting them done.
You
know?
I mean, to be honest, this has been almost like a month.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's lasted a really long time.
It looks like maybe 2 weeks to me from here. Not even really.
No, it's been a really long time.
Holy shit.
But I have like major bad OCD when a nail. It's not like fully. It's not. Okay, it can be salvaged maybe.
Probably if they do the gel over or glue a little bit.
My problem is the place I go to now is like freaking impossible to get a.
Oh no, it's too good. They
get
got
an
too popular.
appointment. Yeah, it's like
Sucks.
you have to like make it weeks in advance.
Oh.
It's like kind of a pain in the ass. So
I still go to like a regular ass place that I just walk into.
Yeah.
But they and some of the ladies are really good at the gel X and other people are not.
Right, it's
a hit or miss. I got a good one last time. They're pretty good right now.
Oh man. Okay. Well, that's gonna
hate that.
I'm gonna be distracted the whole rest of the time. I'm like one of those people that
put Band-Aid on it like a
I know,
like a little
seriously,
kid.
I have to do that.
Yeah.
When if like the littlest thing cracks, I'm just like, then I'm locked into it.
And
also,
you're like, I gotta go
because I'm like, this is I need to go right now. Like I need to get this fixed right now
before you rip it off. I do the same thing. If it's ripped a little bit, I just push until I rip the whole thing off.
Oh God. Okay. Well, that's a later problem. Anyway,
May the Lord be with you.
we have a great rest of the show. We are going to do some topics and voicemails, and we have an amazing interview with Austen Kroll. I feel like when Austen comes in, I don't even really like to characterize it as an interview per se.
No, he's your friend.
He's been on multiple times now. He probably like dreads coming in here because we always like to grill him a little bit.
Of course. How's he doing? Well,
put him in the hot seat. He good. I mean, I think it's like the show just started again. Southern Charm is back on.
Yeah.
He has a girlfriend right now on the show, but they do break up.
Oh, bummer.
So we were kind of diving into a lot of that, and
Sure.
obviously his friendship with Craig is having his ups and downs.
Sure.
And all that fun stuff. So we're talking to him about all that. So let's get into the topics. We have Miley Cyrus is engaged.
Ooh,
Big
congratulations.
News. I feel like we were waiting for this one to happen. Club Chalamet got a full Wall Street Journal article, spread,
Unreal.
Pictures, interview, the whole shebang. And on Radio Andy today said that Jen Shah will not be returning to Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which I feel like we all kind of knew, but always good to feel like we're getting a firm answer. And then we'll do some voicemails. So let's get into it. You guys know we love talking about Skims, the Skims Essentials. It's the bra I wear every day, the bralettes.
You know I love Skims. Everything, complete overhaul on my entire closet, bras, underwears, everything. Skims.
I got Skims bra and underwear on right now.
Same.
And what I'm really getting into the rotation is the Skims sleep sets,
Yes.
which are so comfortable. Oh my gosh, perfect for the holidays. I just got this gorgeous long sleeve button down and pants in a cypress color. So it's like a green, a festive green color.
Beautiful.
And I will be lounging in that bad boy all holiday season. You will see me wearing that often. They also have a ton of really cute prints for the holidays. It makes for such a great gift as well. I think if you're looking for like if you got somebody for a Secret Santa or something where you're like, I don't know, you're not quite sure what direction to go in, pajamas or something cozy.
Totally.
Always the way to go.
Skims has got a plaid sweater right now and a matching plaid semi-sheer, like full-footed tight leggings. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I bought them immediately. So good. Really good combo.
It really does make for such a good gift too. I think when you get like either cousins, aunts, uncles, a little Skims pajama set.
yeah.
It's perfection.
I wore a
'cause they
pink
just feel
fluffy
so
sweater a
nice.
couple weeks ago. Everybody was like, where'd you get that sweater?
Yep.
Skims.
Yep. So you can shop our favorite pajamas at skims.com. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop down menu that follows. And if you're looking for the perfect gift for everyone on your list, the Skims holiday shop is now open at skims.com. Okay, exciting news. Miley Cyrus is engaged.
Yay,
she
Miley.
and Maxx, her fiance Maxx Morando, are stepping out with the ring on. They were at the Avatar Fire and Ash premiere.
Kind of crazy Miley's at
On
the
Monday?
Avatar premiere. For what? I mean, does she have
Maybe
she must have
maybe
something
she
in
do a
it.
song.
Probably.
She must.
A lot
But her
of
caption like sounded like a lyric to me too.
It's that to me is just so out of place for her to show up to that randomly that
Right.
there's no doubt in my mind that she's involved somehow. Like
I'd have to
with
imagine.
with the
Her song "Dream as One" is featured in
There you go.
Avatar.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Avatar, yeah, it's James Cameron trying to work up the press about Avatar.
I have no interest.
Let me
in
tell
that.
you, same. I actually have zero. I obviously
Yeah.
saw the first one. I
Yeah,
never
of course.
saw.
I never saw the second.
I never
one.
saw Water.
I think that's one of those things where I've seen the first one several times. I may have seen the second one once,
Yeah.
but I'm
But if
kind
you
of
can't even
conflating it
remember,
with
then, like-
yeah. Like I just remember the first one so well. I don't know what was in the second.
Like
or
I saw
not.
the poster for this one in the movie theater and was like, oh, they made another one of these.
I was like,
Yeah.
wait, they made I feel like I haven't heard
James
about
Cameron said he was like, if this movie bombs, then I will bow out for 3 and 4. Or if this movie doesn't justify 3 and 4, then I'm just gonna not make any more movies.
Right.
And I'll write a
Well,
book
what was
wrapping up a
his-
couple storylines. He says.
What was his thing? Like that he was going to do all the elements? Water,
I
fire.
assume maybe.
it. What do you think the
I'm
budget
not
for this
sure.
movie was?
Oh God,
I think
I'd
a fuck
Google it. It's
ton.
probably.
No, I see it.
Oh,
200 million?
The budget for this movie was $500 million.
No, 250.
Okay.
Which is so
Okay, I
crazy.
was
I don't
gonna
know what the other ones were, but
I think
I thought it was going to
they
be
were about the same.
I
Like,
wanted
think
to go
the first
big.
one was 100.
200 makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the first one was like 100 million because it's all the graphics and
Yeah.
shit. But interesting that Miley is there. So, I'm going to see the movie, probably not
oh
in
my
the theaters.
God, the second
I'll
one
watch
was
it.
460 million.
Oh God. And they
The
took a
second
total
one?
bath on it,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
sure.
see, no wonder that's why I said went so high.
Yeah. You were close.
I
But,
remember that one being insane.
Yeah. But so people are talking about that's really soon, right? December 19th, I think. I just saw the all the
yes, it is.
previews because I've been watching
It is.
movies for 3
So
days.
so she and Max were at the premiere. She had the ring on her finger. It's like a chunky ring. It's cool.
It is cool.
It's different. It's
yeah.
apparently
I like
it is a cushion cut stone set in a chunky 14 karat yellow gold band. Which you can see like definitely a big dime, but it's definitely,
It's like oblong.
yeah. It looks a little more like costumey, but in a cool way.
It's cool.
You know?
It looks vintage. It looks like vintage.
And I'd have
something.
to imagine you wanted it feels very Miley, and I have to imagine you want to like change it up after
Of course.
having
if you've already been engaged.
right
Yeah.
if you've already been married
For
and
sure.
like you want to kind of like switch it up a little bit and
I feel
maybe
if ever
change
anyone's
the vibes.
getting remarried or new engagement rings or whatever, yeah, you want a totally different vibe. Like who wants
Yeah.
a copy paste same scenario,
And we don't really know when exactly this happened because according to Dumois, she was also seen wearing this ring in mid-November.
Interesting.
So it may have been a little while ago, and she decided to debut this now.
and to confirm, right?
Yeah.
That was the whole thing.
Yeah. And she was wearing it in her Instagram post that she shared last week for her birthday as well.
Wow, and nobody
it's
clocked
just-
it then. Nobody clocked she was standing
It
on
was just
business
like
at that
kind
time?
of like it could have been just like a ring.
Right.
You know, like it's
Yeah, it
kind of
doesn't
hard
really
to
look-
black and white.
Mhm.
She posted a black and white photo, so it was like kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But it was really like
she's
she's
kind of like
she's showing it off
Yes.
on the carpet. Like she's
Yes.
got her left hand planted firmly on Max's shoulder of like here
Like,
is
this is
here
my
is
man.
ring.
Yeah,
and
here's
we're
my
ready
man.
like to say that this is
this
is an
was like
engagement ring.
barely
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't
this was a tease.
I wouldn't really think twice about that too.
Mhm.
You know?
No, I wouldn't ever. And so
Yeah.
she basically said, listen up.
Right. When you look at these pictures, you're like, okay, no, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure
Yeah.
engagement. So
Congrats.
very excited for her. They've
Very
been
fun.
they, been dating for I think it's like 4 years.
Said 4 years, yeah. It's a long time.
And I know he worked with her a lot on her last album too,
Yes.
which I
He's a music guy,
loved.
right?
Yeah, he is. He is. I
Mhm.
think he's a
Producer?
drummer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think he does a lot. I think he has his own
Good for him.
band.
Love
I
that.
think he's got it.
I like the musician producer relationships. I feel like they.
The Selena Benny Blancos.
Yes,
yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I think it's a good mesh because I think that the producer people, and this maybe, I don't know how this will come across, but the producer people know how to work with and understand artists in a way that like regular people don't.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would probably do well in a relationship. you
Yeah, I
know?
think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So very excited for her,
Yeah. Congrats, girl.
which is great. Excited to see what
You guys gonna get invited, do you think?
yeah, right.
after seeing her a few times?
after our 1 second interaction
You never know.
of how yeah, oh my god, but I can't wait to see what I feel like she'll do something low key.
Probably.
Even the first time around, it was super low key.
Very
Granted, that
low-key.
was COVID, so it was even
True.
like I think it had to be, but
I did
so
like
maybe,
that though. It looked cool.
Yes, like I don't know, or maybe she wants to go opposite now because the first was so low key. Who
Yeah.
knows? But we shall see. The second thing is Club Chalamet.
Woo-hoo.
The
Oh,
woman,
boy.
the legend herself. We were tagged in it multiple times on this Instagram post from Wall Street Journal magazine debuting the article.
Yep. And what an article it is.
What an article it is. What a spread, just
What a
photo
spread,
wise.
what poses,
I mean, she's
like,
fucking.
She's
like
taking what's hers.
seriously.
like
Like look at this. Look at this
look
face
at that
she's
face.
making.
Look at that stance. The leg up.
power stance.
Yeah, for real.
Major
She's
power
like
stance.
I'm gonna drop my dick on the table because I'm Club
Uh-huh.
Chalamet. Like that's literally.
Was her identity always known?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
People knew that she was like an older
People knew
woman.
people knew.
I don't think
I've
they
never
knew-
seen her face until.
Neither
this-
have I.
yeah.
That's the first time I've
I
seen
don't think
her and her
face
real
was,
name.
Well, no, because she had pictures of herself on her own Instagram.
Oh, true.
never-
I guess I had
Like,
never seen.
If you went far back enough, because she had posted pictures that she had taken like at premieres and stuff of her and
Got it.
Timmy.
Got it. Okay.
So if you go deep enough on Club Chalamet's Instagram. But the Wall Street Journal magazine, they wrote this: Gen Xer started Club Chalamet to support her favorite actor, and now she's become the story.
hilarious.
And honestly, like obviously this woman has stood her ground on where she is, and I feel like she is very matter of fact and
Yep.
and direct, and she said, I can't change the quotes on the Instagram. Now
So
granted,
good.
here's the thing. This is behind a paywall.
Yes.
And I
which is annoying.
right, like I
didn't read
I'm
the whole
not
thing.
paying for this.
Yeah, no.
So this is all I'm working with.
Yeah.
But the quote that's on Instagram is, I can't change the fact that I was born in 1966. I don't want to be a 24-year-old white girl running Club Chalamet. I am who I am.
I mean, listen, she's a fan. She's running a fan page. It's
Yeah.
the same as someone running a fan club. And yeah, whatever. She's an adult, a full ass adult.
Yeah.
And I am so curious about like
Apparently she's still only referred to Kylie Jenner in the article as that person.
that's incredible. Truly.
That's my
incredible.
favorite thing that she does.
That she,
it's
like, hates
obviously like
Kylie.
that it's like a bit, but it's so not a bit. Like she's so
Yes,
serious
she's
about it, but it's a
deadass.
hilarious
The crazy
bit.
thing is, it's like if she ever wanted to do something with him, like you would think suck up and be like, I love their relationship.
No,
and,
see,
like,
you know
No,
what?
she's
I
just, like,
think she's got to
doubling
stick to her.
down.
She's got to
Yeah.
stick to her guns now.
sometimes the stars appreciate that level of honesty.
But Kylie would
Yeah.
never let him like
True. Well, that was my next
I don't
question.
know.
Is,
I
like,
kind of
have
think she
they
would.
ever-
Like, I kind of
kinda
think they'd
Kelly would
be
not
like,
give a fuck.
I think they'd be like, well, one, this woman's nuts, and
Yeah.
two, it would be hysterical because everyone talks about her.
Yeah.
And three, how funny would it be if like they created a whole moment where he went to go do something with her and Kylie like tagged along?
Yes, like right.
Yeah,
She
that would
shows
be
up
aw-
and
yeah.
she's like pissed and like she's
Yeah.
Jordan Hudson in the background
Yeah.
with Bill Belichick. The so okay, that's truly my question. They have never done anything together. Like he's never acknowledged.
I think he's acknowledged her.
Acknowledged,
I think
right?
he
I've
has
seen him, like,
acknowledged. I think
say
he
knows
has
her.
acknowledged.
They did a whole SNL thing like about it.
Right.
remember?
That's what he must know about it to whatever
it's
extent.
so crazy that she is talked about so much, and everyone. I feel like everybody
Especially when he's got new
knows who she
movies.
is,
Yes.
but she really. Like she only has 13,000 followers. It's like people know who she is, but they're like, I'm not. They're like, I'm not going to the length to follow her, but I
No.
know who she is.
On Twitter though, I think she has way more. Let me see. Club Chalamet. I think that's her like bread and butter is Twitter.
Yeah, right. She
Twitter,
did just put
she's-
up her.
Oh no, she's got 49,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah,
That is crazy. I really
you know what I'm
was
saying?
like,
Everybody just really is locked in on what she does.
and she's got this.
'Cause I
She's
feel
got a
like
Substack.
if she were to look at her,
It's so
the
funny.
posts is not crazy interaction, but like everyone's going to look at them.
Of course,
She did just post her Marty Supreme review on her letterbox. It is up.
and
Let me
she
guess,
and she loves it. Obviously,
5 stars.
everyone loves it. Everyone
Although
loves it.
I already bought my tickets for the
Did you?
December 18th, which is like
Oh,
the week
nice.
before. I don't know how everyone's seeing it now, like all these special screenings and everything. Like,
Yeah,
18th.
I think you got to get like.
But
I think you got to get like invited to those
Aren't you guys
things.
on tour?
no, we just have a show next week.
No,
and we're
the
done.
show's the 9th.
Oh. Why am I thinking? Because we've got pop punk on the 18th,
Oh,
but I thought that you
It's an
guys were
11:30
out of
show.
town.
no, we're not.
Anyway, so she's got her Substack. I don't know if you guys do. You guys know that it says Club.
I did not know she had sorry,
Club
it's distracted by my
Chalamet
broken
is a
nail.
fan community in support. Right. Club Chalamet is a fan community in support of two-time Oscar-nominated actor Timothée Chalamet since early 2018. We discuss, which is how old is Timothy? You know, we discuss his current and past projects, general news, film festivals, and awards season speculations. Join us. Launched 3 months ago. So I bet she's got a decent amount of subscribers to Substack, and I think
Right.
you can at a certain point, like you can like pay for more access or whatever. Like who knows?
Yeah.
But I'll say this about her. I think that whatever she's doing, it doesn't affect me. I don't care as long as she's not being like crossing the line, whatever. I think it's hilarious and smart and funny that she agreed to do this article and that she's like posing the way she is
yeah.
and she's just like, that's me, bitch. And I respect the shit out of it, to be honest. I
Yeah.
respect Club Chalamet a lot more than I did before I saw this article.
She did post on November 25th. It looks like AMC was maybe doing some early screenings that you could get tickets to.
Yeah. I think that's how Gooch got there.
Those seem like more exclusive. Like the one that I'm going to is an early screening. It's a week before it gets released.
Right. Because it's Christmas Day?
Yeah, Christmas Day is like when it comes out.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, all I'm saying on November 25th, she posted the Marty Supreme ticket announcement came in at 12:32 a.m. while I was asleep. And I woke up at 6:32 a.m. And without even seeing the email, I went straight to my AMC Theaters app and got one of the last good seats for this special screening, which is excluded from A-List, and tickets cost $27.
Did they say
I'm so
what
excited
day?
and relieved that I was able to get a ticket to this event. Oh, it's on December 18th.
Yeah.
Did you get your
so
ticket
you're
at
both
your
going.
local 70mm screening on December
70
18th?
millimeter
70
Lincoln Center, baby.
Yeah.
Oh my
11:30
God.
p.m.
11.
They had
It's a midnight premiere, baby. That's
Yeah.
like when I
Well, no,
went to
they
go
had-
see Wicked for
I-
good.
yeah, literally.
They also had times for 4:30 and like 8 p.m. as well for the 70 millimeter.
So they did that with Wicked at Lincoln Center AMC. They like added in other shows, like the show that you guys
Yeah.
got. I bought a ticket. I went Thursday night.
Yeah.
And Wednesday
shout out
did
to-
not exist when I bought my
'cause let
Thursday
me tell
ticket.
you, I shout out to the girl who DM'd me because I will say a week before, I just so happened to open up my Instagram messages and the message literally came in. It was like 2 minutes ago. And it was a girl being like, AMC Lincoln Square just opened at 11 p.m. Wednesday showtime. And I was like, thank you so
Like,
much.
this
And I
is
bought them
amazing.
immediately.
No, it's you really
And I
you
bought,
really got on it.
bought them immediately.
There
'Cause you
are
only buy
so
2 tickets.
so many available right now. There's
for the 18th.
For the 18th, there's a 3:30, a 4,
I think
a
they're all
6.
sold
Yeah,
out.
but they
6:30.
say the time, but there's probably
those aren't
one
70.
seat left in the front
Those
row
are
that no one
standard.
buys.
But then the
know,
70
no one buys the
millimeter is a
front row.
1 o'clock, a 4:30, an 8 p.m., and an 11:30 p.m.
Yeah,
yeah.
What's that? You're going to what?
11:30.
11:30. What's 1 o'clock? Let's see what we got.
So clearly she's very happy to see. Wait, so how did she see Marty Supreme then? She must have already seen it.
Well, Jeff
Private
D saw
screening.
it. He saw it somehow.
They are doing like special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming soon. Wow. Well, it does appear to be possible to get this if you're looking to get to this show. Like there are a couple seats left in all these.
Her caption: "My Marty Supreme review is up. I must admit, I didn't think Timothy could top what he did in A Complete Unknown, but he did it in Marty Supreme. He just keeps on getting better. He just keeps on getting better.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I mean, one of her pinned photos is her with like it's her and him from a. I mean, it's just like a
like
That
a
was
selfie.
before he-
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Wow.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
a little. But you know,
2023.
which 2018,
I mean, if you actually step
2018
back-
tells me that she started this fan club for him after Call Me by Your Name. So that's why I'm kind of like,
Right.
interesting.
Yeah. Like every jokes aside, it is like she's creepy.
Totally. But I think
She's a
that
stalker.
you've got to own, if you're going to be that kind of person, you got to
Yeah.
own it and explain that you have to be like over the
Do you
top
think it's
fan.
like a sexual
Well,
thing?
I
with
don't
her?
know that.
No,
I would.
I don't think so.
Stalker is strong.
That's too far. Yeah, I don't think she's a
like
stalker.
you get arrested for stalking. You know, like stalking
She's
is
not following him as.
No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you know?
literally physically. Like
Yeah.
no.
No.
And also
Yeah.
it's very much like, she does critique his movies and talk about his fashion and whatever. It is
Critique. They're
truly
all the best
critique.
movies
Yeah,
she's
they're all
ever seen.
amazing.
Yeah, the only thing she doesn't like is when
Kylie's around.
when Kylie's around.
She's jealous.
Did
She wants
have
it to
an
be her.
opinion on like his past girlfriends, or is it just like she hates all his girlfriends,
He's
or
not
just
really
To be
her?
honest,
Had-
I don't really think we were paying much attention to her
No.
like we didn't really know who she was when he was making out in that hot tub with what's her
Isaac
face?
Gonzalez?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
Or like Lily
about
Rose
that.
Depp era. Like we weren't going
I
to
forgot about Lily
like,
Rose Depp
yeah,
too.
Like we weren't checking in on what club was saying.
Even just now.
at that point because we didn't know that that her page existed then. So
Even just now, I didn't I thought who has Timothy Chalamet dated? I feel
Yeah.
like I don't really know until Kylie Jenner.
yeah.
He's focused on his craft. Although people on the streets, the streets of New York say he was like a little fuckboy around Manhattan. But I
Before
mean,
he,
look
like,
at him.
blew
Of
up.
course,
he
he's
was.
so cute,
Yeah.
very charismatic, good actor,
Yeah.
smooth
100%.
talker. Like, of course.
100%. Okay, last thing is Andy Cohen did clarify on the status of Jen Shah returning to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Fans have been speculating that maybe since she's being released early, that this could mean some sort of return to the show. And Andy has kind of shut that down in conversations past. But now that the time has actually come
Yes.
for her to be released, it becomes a much realer conversation. So on his SiriusXM show, he did talk about Jen returning. She will be released December 10th, serving just 2 years and 9 months of her original 78-month fraud sentence. But the
78
door
months.
is closed. She is not coming back to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I wish her all the best in her life is what he said. Andy fully expects Jen to pop up elsewhere in the reality TV landscape, just not at Bravo. He said it won't be anything that I'm working on. He doubled down, hoping this finally ends the fan theories once and for all. And as for why Andy won't even entertain the idea, the line is crystal clear. He said there has to be a line, which
I
is
think-
fair. And
I
it's
think
like
that's fair, yeah.
If it was like the show is also doing so well, like
Yeah.
the show is thriving.
Yes.
And it's probably one of the most watched and discussed shows on Bravo right now. If I had to
Sure.
take a
They're
guess,
the-
I mean,
I would say they're the most
that's just
popular
my own
Housewives
opinion.
franchise right now.
Right now, it definitely
sure.
feels that way.
Yeah.
So it's like you really don't need to bring Jen Shah back, and I don't know. It's obviously it's a line, and it is like they are like Andy is closing the door
Yeah.
on this part because it's like, have there been housewives that have gotten into legal trouble before?
Yes.
Have served jail time? Yes, there is. Now, I guess if you were to think about like who was hurt in those scenarios,
Yep.
it was themselves and
Rich
the
people.
government.
Yeah, the government.
you know, like
what I mean?
it's your
people
tax
you're not
fraud
too concerned
and-
for or crying over.
right, or
Yeah.
multiple DUIs.
Right.
It's like
Which, by the way,
which is also not good. But I don't know.
But it's self-inflicted.
Like, and there
drama.
You could certainly hurt other people, but
of course.
That hasn't happened. However, Jen Shah was running a nationwide telemarketing scheme and stealing money from the elderly, which you probably don't want to put her back on reality TV.
I'm really not
I'm
forgiving
sure
that.
she will be cast on something.
I'm sure she will. So something interesting that you said, she's out of jail after 2.5 years?
2 years, 9 months.
And her original sentence was 6.5 years.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
I wonder what she did or said to get out so early.
Good behavior. Crowding. What are the reasons why people get out early?
If I'm her, I'd write a book. I'd lean into it all. Be like, listen, like a
sure
Jordan
that's
Belfort,
happening.
Jordan Belfort type. You know how he scammed everybody and then he wrote a book about it and then people think he's cool. I want to hear about that, or I want to hear about her time and friendship with Elizabeth Holmes. That is something I'm very interested in.
Well, look, he's definitely going to do 1 million interviews.
For sure. And I'll be sat for every one of them.
They'll be watching a ton of them, but it's I personally am glad that she would not be going. There's no reason for her to be back on Salt Lake City, in my opinion.
I couldn't agree more. And there has to be, yes, her consequences for her actions was 2 years in jail, but it was supposed to be almost 7, and she's getting out early. So there's got to be some sort of consequence. And taking away your reality TV show where you get drunk and punch your co-stars in the face whenever you get a chance.
That too, yeah.
Yeah,
Would
I
you
think
want
it's
to see
fine.
her on Dancing with the Stars?
No.
I see
not at
this
all.
article from The Sun wrote, Dancing with the Stars,
Sun's
eager
not
to
allowed.
get Jen Shah.
That would be really dumb. Our ABC besties, please no Jen Shah. I don't, because
I
it'd be a
can't.
disaster.
The
I
problem
can't get
is,
behind her on that.
This is actually where, and Andy, this is what Andy's saying. There needs to be a line, and she's not going to be on Bravo, and really, she shouldn't be on anything. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but a criminal like this should not be rewarded with being a public figure in on TV.
Mm-hmm. And especially,
I don't even really want to see her on interviews, but they're going to do it.
They're going to do it, and I'm going to watch because it's absurd. And that is where you get people in these scenarios.
Well, that's
everyone wants to see the absurd.
That's
chaos,
why Good Morning America is going to want to interview her.
Of course. But I hope anyone that does interview her or give her some sort of platform to discuss her life in jail or whatever, I do hope that they not only bring up how wrong she was in what she did, but make her feel bad about it. I feel like she doesn't feel bad about ripping off old people.
I don't think she does either, and I don't think she even realized. I don't think she cares. So that's half of it.
She's such a fucking freak, and she always was. And so it's just kind of I don't know. She's in another dimension. She's not a serious person,
for sure.
To quote Logan Roy, I don't believe that she's a serious person.
Yep. Super fair.
So think about that.
Okay, that wraps up the topics. And we're going to do some voicemails. We have so many amazing concerts coming up, but what we all don't want is the hassle of buying tickets. We want to focus on the music, not the stress or the cost. Game Time puts the power back in the hands of fans. It's your go-to hack for scoring amazing tickets and unforgettable experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. I think we've been looking at tons of tickets. The Jonas Brothers have added a bunch of new shows towards the end of this year, and I know they got more in New York coming up right before the holidays, so you can check those out. You can take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. All right, let's get into the Pop Corner, where we take your voicemails, hot takes, questions, concerns, really whatever you want to talk about. So Noah, let's play the first voicemail. I can't hear myself, but that's okay. Keep going.
Hi, I am Reham from West Virginia. Not a long-time listener, but a first-time caller.
Yay.
My hot take is, if Glinda has no haters, I am dead. There's truly no redeeming quality.
Wow.
What is good about her?
Wow.
She is a horrible friend, a horrible person. All of this could have been avoided if she had her friends back and just told them that the wizard was lying. and then wants to come in the end and banish the wizard and save Oz. Like, she's just this good person.
Damn.
Oh, now that, like, I just don't understand. I don't understand how you can be a fan of someone who is such a bad friend. Sorry, Elphaba, not that good of a friend either. If you wanted your friend's man, you should have said something in the beginning.
Facts.
Like, what is it about this that people love so much? Like, I expected a happily ever after. Sorry, sue me. When I heard for good, I thought they meant that they were actually changed for good and they were going to be good friends. But Elphaba banishes herself to a desert. Are you dumb? And then Glinda gets to rule everything. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm mad. I'll be listening to the music, but I'm still mad.
Huh.
That's
Of
all.
course.
Thank you.
Okay, super fair. I mean, Wicked's not for you. I don't even really have much to say back
I mean,
to
that's
that,
what I'm
you know?
saying.
Like that's
I
one
didn't
it's
get
like
it. Nope, you didn't get it.
You let it play, and you say, and that's my opinion. Okay.
And let me tell you tell me why you mad for our Connecticut
and you know
people.
what? Pop off if that's how you feel. I
Yes.
can't say I feel the same.
That
but-
is no, I couldn't disagree more. And unfortunately, yeah, you missed the point. You missed the whole point of the growth, and also, and I'm sorry, you
Right.
can't suspend. You know, you can't read through the lines for a metaphor, and maybe it's just not. That's just not you, girl. That's just not
and look,
you.
they were never gonna live happily ever after
No.
as like best friends ruling Oz.
No.
That just wasn't part of the plan.
The Glinda not telling everyone that the wizard's lying. It's like, okay, well, she was a nobody, and now she's a somebody, and now
Yeah,
she has
yeah.
control.
What
Don't
she-
get me started.
100%.
I would literally talk about this for 5 hours.
There's plenty of like like there is a selfishness
yes
to it for sure, but it's like it's battling a dream you've always wanted versus what is right,
yes,
and thinking that you could potentially change things from the inside, even though you're not being realistic about that. So,
Yeah.
yes.
it's it to me it's very
I think
obvious.
that's why they show all the flashbacks of her being so little and just wanting to have magic. You
right,
know?
wanting to have magic, wanting people to admire and
Yep.
respect her. Who can't relate? You know, I would love to be respected.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, damn.
And listen, I do respect a good rant, a good bitch out like that, but I do think that you have in
100%.
fact missed the point of
100%.
Wicked. Like
but
that's just
yeah.
But girl,
But you know what? Wicked's not for everybody, and that's
it really
okay.
isn't. Yeah, it really isn't. If you want to hate on Wicked, you can go see, you know, I don't know, what's an equivalent? Go see hopefully there's a future Phantom of the Opera coming out that you
There-
can
yeah,
dissect in the
fair,
same way.
fair.
Did you see those rumors, by the way?
I did see.
I
did
think that
see.
they're, I mean, you know, one of the, who was it? Andrew Lloyd Webber? No. Somebody,
did
it
Phantom of the
was,
Opera.
no, I know, but is
Oh,
he the
oh.
one that said,
Oh, I don't
Jonathan,
know.
I
To
think
have
it was,
Jonathan Bailey play the.
yes, I think it was Andrew Lloyd Webber who was like, Jonathan Bailey is looking very Phantom to me. And then Rachel Ziegler commented on it and said, yes. And I, you know, record scratch, Phantom is my number one.
Yeah.
So that would be fucking crazy. A Jonathan Bailey Phantom with Rachel
Oh
Ziegler.
my God, he would be so
You know,
good.
that'd be so nuts. So yeah, just you know,
Yeah.
think about the future, move forward, just skip right on past it. You don't have to have
but
a
for
pink
sure.
cup.
Yeah.
Fuck every pink cup you see.
100%.
And
Yep.
that's that.
Exactly.
Hi, Rand Fran. With the new season of Traitors coming out, I'm curious what your guys' reaction was to the comments that Jeff Probst made where he was kind of annoyed at Survivor players going on to the Traitors. I think he's since kind of retracted that because he got so much criticism. But it mostly impacted Carolyn because she was like a shoo-in for season 50.
Yeah.
And he just didn't put her on the show because she got famous from Traitors. I don't know. In general, I
Oh.
think that I'll call it cross-pollination of shows is good. Like, I think I watched Traitors season 1 because Suri was on it.
Yeah.
I watched The Challenge because it had Survivor players. Now I watch both of those shows. I think it gets you more viewers in general. Now that I'm thinking about it, is Jeff Probst the reason why we haven't had a Survivor player in Dancing with the Stars?
Could be.
I don't know. I'm curious what your reaction to his comments are.
That's
and
crazy, actually.
if you agree with them or not. Thanks.
I
Wow,
didn't see this, so
this.
I don't know what exactly he said. But if I had to guess, there's just like it's just crossing TV shows is obviously not a big deal if you're on the same network.
Yes.
I think it's has to do with being on CBS and then going to do something that's on Peacock, which is NBC. So it's
Yeah.
like I think that's probably where he has his issue. But it's just like not everybody needs to have your loyalty to CBS. Like Jeff is always going to be with CBS. He
Right.
probably has
He's probably built in for life.
Yeah, exactly. He's got
And
a lot
he
of
deserves
stake
that.
in CBS.
Yes.
But to stop people from, getting opportunities to go on other shows that are on other networks feels like not a great idea. And I very much agree with what she's saying. There's so much good that I think it does when you're watching the Traitors. I have never watched Survivor. Like, I've never watched a season of Survivor. Traitors has introduced me to a
bunch of Survivor people,
players that
Parvati?
I did not know. And even with I watched the challenge, same kind of thing. I was meeting Survivor people that I did not know. So I don't know. It's not bad per se, but it's just I don't think you can necessarily blame whatever these guys at this point. Like, Jeff Probst in my mind is like a network exec at CBS.
Absolutely, yes.
So in my mind, I'm like, that he doesn't like you going off to some other network, and he's being salty about it. It's not the right opinion, but that's how he's gonna feel.
I also did not see this. I would like to hear his tone in talking about it. Maybe he was being a little tongue in cheek, because he is kind of like a sarcastic, fun guy.
I was just looking it up. It looks like he did take it back and kind of say he doesn't feel that way anymore.
I bet that he was kind of being shady and snarky, and then it was taken as dead serious, and now he's like, wait, it was never that serious, right? Is it the vibe?
Right. Now he says he's shown interest in going on the show himself.
Oh, please. We don't need to get ahead of ourselves with that.
That would be
Jeff
awesome if he
Probst.
went
Don't be
on
such
and
a
just
liar.
got sent home immediately.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, I guess they've been losing the Emmy to Traitors as well.
Well, I mean, it's a good show, and I understand that it is conflicting in tone, because Traitors is essentially a strategy game only with some sprinkled activities in there, versus Survivor, which is heavy activities, heavy strategy all around. I would say Survivor is the hardest one, and it always will be, and it still is. And I think that is something that Jeff Probst can hang his hat on. Why is he worried about all of the offshoots? Survivor is the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
There would be no Traitors. There would be no The Challenge. There would be no, surviving Barstool. None of these things without Survivor. These strategy games mixed with physical, challenges. Totally. And I think that he should, at least come across he's you're welcome to all these other shows and all these other networks ripping off Survivor, but we're the cream of the crop. And I would say more people are capable of doing Traitors than they are Survivor. Donna Kelsey can't do Survivor in fucking Fiji. But she can do Traitors in Scotland. You know what I mean? So totally. I think that Dorinda Medley is not doing Survivor. It's just a bandwidth thing. Yeah, for sure. And I did not know though that Carolyn got squeezed out of season 50.
Yeah, I didn't
that
either.
Doesn't seem fair.
No.
To me. No, so I don't know what else happened there, but that does not seem fair. And I really like Carolyn. And apparently Carolyn was excellent when I didn't watch her season of Survivor, but she was apparently really good in tone, and she had an interesting story, and she was a fan favorite. People really liked her, and so they would have liked to see her come back. And I think that she gained, so many new fans on Traitors. So why would you not put her on Survivor?
For sure.
Dumb.
This is Jenna from St. Louis, and this really isn't a pop culture take. It's more of a question for you guys. I was listening to you talk about the Hilary Duff tour and how much excitement there is around it, and that hopefully she'll add more dates to her calendar. And I just want to know, are you guys obsessed, or were you obsessed with the Hilary Duff Christmas CD? Because I am absolutely obsessed. I asked for a record player for Christmas this year, and one of the first records I asked for was her Santa Claus Lane Christmas album. When the snow goes down on Tinseltown, obsessed. I love it so much. I listen to it every single year, and I feel like every time I talk about it, nobody knows what I'm talking about. So I just need to know if you guys do know and are also in love with it, because if she did a Christmas tour, I would pay so much money to go see it. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Let me tell you, I completely forgot about this.
The Christmas album?
The Christmas album. Because when I think Hilary Duff Christmas, the first thing that pops into my head is
with Aaron Carter,
Liz McGuire Christmas episode.
Same.
Which was
at first
iconic.
I thought that's what she meant. No, that was the most exciting thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
A side note, my very first concert ever, Hilary Duff.
Really?
Yep. Hilary Duff, I believe at PNC, if I'm remembering correctly in my brain, but for the Metamorphosis album. Metamorphosis I love that album.
Do you want to go in January?
Yes,
I have
absolutely.
another ticket.
Yes, I'm in. I was like, how are we gonna get tickets?
No,
yes. What day is it?
So, it's a Tuesday, January 27th.
I'm in.
Amazing. Kelly, I bought 2 tickets with not knowing who I was gonna bring to with me.
100%.
Because normally like Gia's my Christmas buddy, but she's not quite like she's a little too young for Hilary Duff.
Nope. I'm in.
However,
Hilary Duff.
let me tell you, we were in LA. I told this story on the podcast the other day, but we were in LA and the tickets were going on sale for the 4 shows. Yeah. And I like cracked an eye open at 7 a.m. and was like, because I signed up for the emails, whatever. I was like, let me just see if I could get in.
Yeah.
And I was like 500th person in the queue. I screamed. I was like, this has never happened to me.
Oh my God.
Never happened to me in my life.
That's incredible.
So I have 2 tickets and I was waiting to see. I hadn't made a decision on who I was going to ask to go, but now that it's come up, I feel like this is the perfect time to ask you if you want to go see
when she said
at the Paramount in Brooklyn.
I'm ready. I'm so ready. When she said,
have you been to that venue?
I don't know.
Paramount?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's the coolest venue ever.
I'm ready. When she started off talking about Hilary Duff, I could not wait to get that off my chest. That it was my first concert. I missed entirely the tour tickets, whatever, and it just kind of escaped my mind until she brought it up then. And then in my head, I kind of tuned out the second half because I was thinking about how I need to get tickets. So this is perfect.
Well,
yay! It's in my calendar.
Great,
yay!
I got great news.
Off the six,
yeah.
Whatever I'm going through.
I know. Oh God,
give me a kiss.
It's just the best.
Sorry, that was off tune, but
no, but that album was amazing. Oh, the Here Comes Aaron Carter episode of Lizzie McGuire came out in 2001.
Boy, post 9/11, I assume. 2001.
Yeah, 2001.
2001. That's all I can think about. We needed something to lift our spirits.
When did that episode? Yeah, TV episode 2001.
Yep.
Episode aired Wait. How could it? Would it have aired in March?
No way.
IMDb saying it aired. Here Comes Aaron Carter aired March 23rd.
But you know
what?
But
it's because he's just shooting a music video that just so happens to be for Christmas.
So it was pre. Wow.
God, what an amazing episode that was.
Amazing episode. And also the outfits. Like that was the time.
I want
Lizzie
candy.
Looked so cute. Yeah. Lizzie looked so cute. They all look so cute. Right, Miranda's in it too.
Yeah.
Gordo's in it.
Yep.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, I'm so excited
the beginning
to see Hilary.
of the triangle. Yeah.
I'm
honestly,
so excited.
I think like should we just end it on that low? Let's do one more.
One more.
Hi guys, I am looking for some advice. So I am almost 30. My husband and I have been married for about 1.5 years now.
Congrats.
We've decided a long time ago that we don't want kids. It's just not in our cars. We love to travel. We love our dog.
Yes.
It's just something that we have decided on as a couple. But we are in the predicament where a lot of our friends now are having kids or have multiple kids. And I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of lost with, who's going to go out with us. Not that we're partying all the time, but like who's going to go out to eat? Who wants to go on vacation? Like, I don't know. I feel like, do I feel bad about not having kids? Do I change my mind, which I don't want to, but like, how do I overcome this in between of like, I don't want kids, but all my friends are having them. What do I do? Where do I stand? Would love to hear your guys' advice. I know that you guys are planning on starting families, but what advice do you have for people in their
I was going to say, actually, this works out. Let me tell you, it works out perfectly that Kelly is. That Kelly is here.
I said, did you pick this question because I was here
for this one? I was like, this works.
I am exactly
because let me tell you, I think
same thing.
Kelly is. I will just defer to Kelly on this one.
I am experiencing this exact same thing, and the only advice I can give at this time is like, stay strong. Like, don't worry about it. It will be a tough few years. I have all my friends, literally every single one of my friends is a kid now, including 2 of them who said they weren't having kids. So they did change their mind. I just turned 35. So that's basically the range of age that my friends are all in.
Yeah.
And so, and all of them have like 1 to, I would say between 0 and 2. That's how old all the kids are.
Right.
And in the last couple of years, I barely see my friends. Like it's very much if I see them, I go to them.
Yeah.
You gotta, you gotta
like
do
a
the
plan
stuff.
thing.
Yep.
Yep.
You plan lunches, you plan movies. You'll start to see that your friends that are having kids they're going to start being desperate for like moments to get out of the house. They'll bring the kid wherever. And it's a transition time. And you just have to be patient because the kids do get older and it gets easier and they're going to be stressed and they're going to be worried. And I think that you'll see both sides of it. You'll see the sweet moments with the kids and you'll feel that like a little bit left out about what they're all talking about. But you can also just like read up on I know stuff about kids now and how, you know, the stuff to buy and what they're, you know, talking iPad shit and whatever, because I'm just listening to my friends talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, be in the conversations so you're in the know. But then also, like, if you do end up changing your mind and wanting kids, obviously nothing wrong with that. You can have kids whenever.
Yeah, but also don't change your mind
don't
just
do it
because
of this. Yeah, don't for
like,
FOMO.
You know, like exactly.
Don't do it for FOMO. But I will say, on top of all of that, you just need to manage your time with your friends better. Like, you won't have those times where it's like, let's all go out and grab a sandwich right now. Like, you won't. Those days have the sun has set on those days.
The spontaneity of it all goes away.
And that's fine, because you're not going to want as much spontaneity as you get older either. You're going to want, you know, maybe a little more plans. Maybe you do like that, but that's when you go on trips with your husband and live your life and whatever. But it is definitely a transition period. And I now am kind of coming out, like, for the last year or so, I've also felt a little lost, being like, damn, all my friends, like, especially my friends who had kids when they told me they weren't gonna. So I was like, fuck, like, what am I doing here? I'm not really changing I'm certainly not changing my mind, but I had moments where I was like, fuck, am I making a mistake? Whatever. I've talked for years about how I don't want kids. And I just felt like, let's wait a little bit longer, wait to see how we feel. And your friends do, like, come back to themselves, you know? And they do come back to you. And then you get to be fun, cool aunt and uncle. And that is something that, like, you need those people in your life. And those people are just as important in these kids' lives as, like, their extended family, not their parents, but their extended family. You know, it's good to have other adults in your child's lives that are not, like, direct.
And it's just a season of change too. And I know it feels like everybody around you is changing, but you also, like, want to grow in your marriage and have those moments, and maybe you guys just start to do more things on your own. You do maybe those couple trips you were taking become more trips for you, or you're out there, you never know, you may meet other friends, couples later in life that also don't have kids, that also love to travel, all these things. So you just kind of have to, like, keep the door open to other opportunities.
Absolutely. And also, can I say, I spend a lot of time with my gay besties. I'll tell you what, if you've got some gay men in your life, you will never feel left out. And you know, whatever. And that also depends on, like, where they are in their phases of life. But I have a couple of, you know, who are a little bit older than me, and I now spend a lot of time with them in the absence of my friends who are, like, playing with their kids or whatever. It's just, it's a funny dynamic, and we're in New York City, so it's like, whatever. But
when your friends who said they weren't gonna have kids told you that they were having kids, what was your, like, initial reaction?
They were both nervous to tell me. I think they downplayed. Our one friend almost lied to us until we saw her, and she would have been like 8. And we told her, we're like, good thing you didn't. I would have bitched you the fuck out. Yeah. And then my other friend called me up and was like, you know, baby girl, it's coming. And I was like, yeah, I figured. Like, as soon as our other friend, you can tell, when they start kind of avoiding you, you can tell that they're avoiding telling you something. And that's that. But no, of course, I mean, they both have kids now. They're beautiful, beautiful children. And it's lovely watching your friends experience that too. And that makes it interesting. And just because you aren't experiencing it in the same way doesn't mean that you can't enjoy, like, their children. And you know, it's a fun time for all, and it takes a village to raise kids. So get as involved or as uninvolved as you want to be throughout, you know, the time they're growing up. That's how I've kind of taken it. And it's settling in nicely with me now.
Definitely. Well, Kelly, you're the perfect one to have for that question.
Hopefully that's helpful.
And we will wrap it up. We have been raving about all things Abercrombie through the holiday season, the sweatsuits. Rhea and I, on Monday's episode, I was in a camo eagle sweatsuit from Abercrombie. She was in a red sweatsuit from Abercrombie. But when it's time to take that sweatsuit off and start to get fancy, because we're headed towards New Year's Eve, Abercrombie's new party collection just dropped, and there are new looks for all those invites you have coming up.
I'm logging on right now.
Satin, sparkle, sequins, everything for a night out. New Year's Eve is just around the corner. Plus tons of denim, going out tops, and cute sweaters for more low-key plans, and coats. Ugh, I'm obsessed with all their coats.
That coat you post, you know I'm going to buy that coat.
I know.
I was like, should I France got the coat? Am I going to buy that coat? I think I'm going to have to. I love it.
Like the amazing wool coats, winter coats, leather coats, everything. So good. And the YPB Abercrombie's active brand has a ton of new drops as well, which is, these are YPB leggings that I'm wearing right now. They're great. And soft, comfortable. You can layer them for workout or just, you know, running errands, whatever you want. So bring the party in Abercrombie this season. Shop in the app, online, or in stores.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by Austen Kroll. We're so excited to have you back, Austen.
Yes.
It's been since January. We like to do our yearly checkups with you.
Yeah, new
Just to
season
check
comes
in.
out.
There's
Send
a
Austen
new
in.
season. Send Austen in. Let's sit down. A little throwback to when we first had Austen on the podcast, and he was so terrified he canceled on us. And then finally he came in, and he was shaking in his boots. Meanwhile,
That wasn't even the first time.
It was not the first time.
It was like the second
It was
time.
like
Yeah.
the third or fourth time.
Right, actually, we had met you
it was
multiple
later.
times before.
I had a great memory come up on my Snapchat, maybe like last, because it is always kind of around this time because the show
Yep.
is always around this time. And it came up on my Snapchat of you and Craig walking into our closet studio with like bottles of champagne.
Oh, yeah.
And we like were drinking and recording. I was
right.
like, that was so fun.
That
It
was, but that was
was
after
like 4
he was
years
scared.
ago. Yeah.
It might have been longer.
No,
than
that may have been before.
No,
I
no,
don't
it
know.
wasn't. That
Oh.
was after because he finally came in. Then he was like, I finally came
true,
in.
true,
We're having the
true.
bottles and
Yes.
everything. And then you guys got into some trouble after that because you had been drinking and you went to go do an interview after that. And you guys were a little.
Probably
Craig.
so. Yeah, probably
Well,
so.
something
But,
like that.
but those are the most fun interviews. Probably not for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bravo PR,
Well, of course,
but
for us,
yeah,
yes.
and for you, it's fun. And I remember the interview. I just tried to avoid doing interviews that whole year. So,
Yeah, that
so
was one.
yes,
'Cause
I
you-
was shaking in my boots a little bit.
You were, but no reason
I was like,
to.
maybe I'll just pass on this one. And
Yeah, I thought you were going to do that today.
oh, really?
Yeah,
No.
because we were scheduling and it was like, oh, we're still waiting to hear back. And I was like, oh, since
I blamed that on the
I
holidays.
read the
Yeah.
email on Friday,
Yeah.
and
I blamed that on the
I
holiday.
can't lie. I was like, yeah, I'll deal with this later.
Yeah, 100%.
But
I
in
did
my
that
head, I was
multiple
like,
times this
wait,
weekend, too.
because I didn't even know when my Watch What Happens Live is tonight. Like, don't know what time it was. I didn't know what time I'd be ready. And I was like, the last thing that I want to do is have to do this and like run
Yeah.
somewhere, get
Yeah.
ready quick, run here. I
Totally
hate
fair.
that.
Totally fair. I
I
just
know.
thought,
It
oh,
takes
he's
like 30 minutes to
he's
get anywhere
skating
in this
out
damn
here.
city.
Yeah,
does.
it does.
That
so-
it does.
The traffic's gotten worse.
It's bad.
Not to talk about
It is
that,
bad.
but
Not talking about
we-
traffic.
Never
But
mind.
I will say,
more important things.
I hope we can do it down the line because I was really excited about it and it didn't work for her schedule. But at first, it was maybe going to be you and Madison together, which would have been a
It
ton
should
of
have
fun.
been. It should have
And
been.
I'm putting that into the universe so that it can happen because Madison's never been on our show,
Never.
and we would love to
You
have
hear
her.
that, Madison?
Yeah.
You've never been on Chicks in
Yeah.
the Office. Your
and
time
we would
has
love
come.
To, we would love to have her. So, but you know,
I
didn't
mean,
work
I
with
just
her
talked to
schedule.
her too, and you know, she landed early. She said that she had a mimosa on the plane,
Yeah.
right? But I think that's just like for girls in general to get ready for Watch What Happens. It's like
It's a whole
my
believe me.
stylist is here
gotta
and they're
start-
showing me
Believe me,
clothes, and
people
like
ask
Glam
us
Squad comes
like
at
our days before
2
we do
o'clock in the
live shows
afternoon.
to like do stuff in the afternoon. We're like, no, we're
You
unavailable.
start our
We
makeup
start
at
getting
noon.
Yeah, we're-
Yeah.
For
And like
5:30.
meanwhile, I showered, you know, prior to coming here, and I put some stuff in there so that when I leave, I can just like blow dry it a little
you
bit and
go.
do it. So I'm already like starting the
You know
process for
what?
later tonight.
You did take us last time to Watch What Happens Live. We were in the audience.
did.
You
That was so
invited
much
us.
fun.
That was really fun.
I know.
And I to toot my own. No, you weren't in the audience. You were bartenders because they were like, we don't have one for
No,
tonight.
but for you, we were in
Yes.
the audience, and then they put us as bartenders.
later.
later in
for
the day.
later,
Later
but
in
we
the day.
wouldn't have been bartenders if
Without
you
you.
weren't bringing us because
So-
then
so then
seeing
they got
our
a
names on the
twofer.
Yeah.
seeing our names on the list, they were like, "What about these two?
Right,
Yeah.
they're already
perfect
coming."
fill-in.
That's amazing.
So shout out to you.
Yes.
Now the new season
Yep.
of Southern Charm is out. We're on episode 2. Can't wait for the 3rd episode because things are really heating up. This season is good. We got some new people
Yeah.
in the mix. We got some new drama. You have a girlfriend this season.
Yeah.
No longer.
For now,
Yes, correct.
Is that false?
No,
If it was
it's-
true. What do you want me to say?
I know. I just hate to be like to talk about it in such like a, oh yeah, and it's done because
Yeah.
it was good and all was fine. And then not to blame it completely on this whole process that, we're in, but it forces the narrative and it like accelerates your life by like 10 months, right? And it's like, we need to know answers. We need to know now. And then once you think that you're being vulnerable, but what you're really doing is kind of providing like a chink in the armor for other people to feed off of.
yeah,
And that's what happened. In a
Right,
nutshell.
because we saw in this second episode, they had asked you if you had talked about moving in together because we see Audrey talking about the traffic and the way that it's cut together, it's like you have no idea what to say to her about sitting in traffic because you're not going to be like, well, just move here because you like your space. And then we see Madison tell Audrey that she thinks Sally likes you, which was amazing television, and we were so happy that Madison did that. But for you,
damn you, Madison.
Must have been awkward because then you're like, well, I do like Sally as a friend. I do want to, hang out and talk to her.
Yeah.
And your girlfriend was like, well, if it crosses a line, that's it.
And I respect the hell out of that.
I
respect the hell out of that.
Yep.
And of course, that line should be respected, and it was. And Madison, I think that they wanted me to be more like annoyed with Madison because she said that to Audrey, and I was like, Madison's pregnant, sitting on the beach.
Yeah.
She's got to do something. She's
Yep.
feeling like been left out.
That was amazing, though. I was like, oh my god, like that's just amazing energy right there.
know.
She's sitting there. She's like, why not just stir this
Yeah,
up?
why not
Because
just
this also
stir the pot
creates a
little
good
bit?
it creates a good drama of like, well, does she like Craig or does she like Austen? Like, is it which is
Sally.
Sally?
Yeah.
Yes. Of what's going on.
Sally
now.
likes a lot of people.
Sally does seem to like a lot of people,
Sally
and
likes a lot
I
of
was just
people.
saying that I think Sally's been like a great addition in the sense that she does seem to just let it fly. Like did you see the clip of her saying she would hook up with you the day after you and your girlfriend broke
She
up?
actually texted me when we got the episode. She was
Yeah.
like, just heads up.
Heads up,
Just-
I say
just a
this.
Heads up, I say this. And kind of like what y'all are saying, I really appreciate people like that, right? Like I understand how maybe a viewer, Sally, can rub you the wrong way or something, but like she's living, open and, honestly, and she takes, her, like for so long, right? The show's been kind of revolved around a few people who kind of like take, the lead. And so
there's
it's
a
nice
lot-
to
it,
see
like-
other people really have things that are going on.
Yeah.
I love it.
The show ebbs and flows, which is one of the which is great with Southern Charm because it feels like there was like a chunk of seasons where it feels like it's more like the guys are more of the lead, and then
And, we
in
knew
the
that
earlier
was going to
seasons, there was
happen
with
last
Catherine
year.
and like those were more of
Right.
the female seasons, and the last few I feel like have definitely been more male.
Yeah.
But
these
yes.
girls bring
I feel
a
like
good mix in
So-
for sure.
Sally and Charlie are great addition this
And
season.
I love Molly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love Molly.
So I feel like we knew last year, especially, that story was going to revolve around kind of like Meshep Craig.
Yeah.
And we even kind of like talked to one another because you're just getting to know people, and you're introducing people like Sally, who had a boyfriend at the time, and Molly was like a first season. So, people are getting their bearings. So we knew that a lot of it was going to fall on, a guy-centered kind of season. So it's really nice to kind of, like you said, like for all these people who are coming out of their shell or who are maybe like a great addition to the show. So it's
definitely.
like everyone's doing their job.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible to say, but it's
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 true.
great. It's
And-
great.
Making good TV.
Yeah, for sure. We're all looking forward to the rest of the episodes because we're going to see a little bit of your storyline with Craig unfold, but we'll get to that. I want to know more about what happened with you and your girlfriend because, like you said, it's not all bad. Like, it was good.
Yeah.
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because we did talk about this about 2 hours ago on this show. I feel like
Did you trash me before I got here?
No.
No.
But
No.
Hold on.
You,
The no.
No,
definitely
not you
no.
as a
you know how
person.
Rhea is. Rhea was
Yeah.
just like, I think like
I'm kidding,
I
by
think
the way. I'm kidding.
Yeah, of
I know
course.
because I think that you like sticking up for yourself and like who you are. I think it's all great. Like I'm rooting for that, Austen. It's I think you need to find when you're in a relationship, you need to find somebody who's exactly like you in the way that you find a partner who wants to be left alone, and then sometimes you guys hang out. Like because the way that you describe being in a relationship is not, I guess, your typical relationship, right? Like you love long distance. You get excited when your partner leaves the house and you're alone. Those aren't things a girlfriend wants to hear. You know what I mean? A
Fair.
girlfriend wants you to be like, no, don't leave. Oh my God, I want to hang out with you all the time.
That does happen, by the way. So this is great. This is really good practice for later on tonight, right?
Yes, it is.
And things that I want to
It
say, and there
is.
are
Oh my
so
God.
many things in my
This is
head
good.
that I
You
want to
can
say.
collect your
Yes.
thoughts. This is dress
Yes.
rehearsal. This is dress
Yes.
rehearsal.
So
And
thank
by
you
the
for
way,
yap
I'm
sesh.
speaking for as a whole right now. There are plenty of women out there who are not like that and would prefer space. 1000%. So I'm generalizing.
Yeah.
I'm just more speaking like, I think you probably need to find somebody who's like that.
Okay, so first off, I saw something where I said on my green screen where I said that I saw her 3 to 5 times a month, and what I meant by that was 3 to 5 times at 3 to 5 days per time, right?
Yeah.
So she would come on like a Wednesday, and then
weekend.
she'd work from home at my house on Thursday, Friday, and then like on Sunday it was always like stay, and then she would always leave on Monday, and on Monday I'd be like stay, and sometimes I can and sometimes like I can't, right? So it definitely was, which always made me know that like it was good with us, because I was not like, okay, shoo.
Yes,
but
definitely.
all that I was saying was that when the time came, it was nice to sit on my couch, solo, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying where I'm like, whew, now I don't have to see her again for 2 weeks, because we really did make an effort to see each other as often as possible. And since it's only like a 3-hour drive, it's, it was like,
Yeah.
That's very
3
fair.
to 5 times a month.
When it's worded like that, it's totally different than I guess the way that I interpreted it watching the show. Was that like,
and maybe they wanted it to come across that way because of what ultimately happened.
Right.
When she leaves, I'm happy to be alone.
No,
it's
that's
different
definitely
than being like, I like my personal time, which
Yeah.
is
Do you
very
prefer
fair.
a long distance relationship
Okay.
over someone that also lives
This is a
in
great
Charleston?
question too.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
So I just remember that when Craig was dating Paige, and Craig and I were so close, right? And I dug it, right? Because they both had the means to kind of go back and forth and see each other, and I dug that, and I was like, I think that this is what I want. And then I found a person who, I know that you just said that I need to find someone that's like exactly like me, but I found someone who just brought a level of peace to my life, which I just felt that I needed after failed relationship here, maybe like a chaos induced relationship here. And it was just, for someone that does not live in my town, she's not calling me like, what'd you do last night? And why didn't you call me? Of course that happened like a few times where it was like, I know that, your phone was on you. Why didn't you text me? But it was never like, there's no jealousy and no nothing. It honestly was so right for what I needed. And then you go and you start to have conversations, right? With maybe my mother or Madison or Craig at coffee. And I was having conversations that I feel like normal people have after like a year and a half in, of like, okay, well, we all know what's coming, you know, and what's coming is what's that next move, right? Because I don't want to do it any longer. 3 years like apart from one another, you re-up on Elise and, Charlotte, and why are we doing this, right? It was really nice for the amount of time that we did it, and then it was getting to the point of what's next. And I thought that was normal conversations to have with friends and family. Yeah. And I picked and chose those friends and family to have the conversation with. My mother, it was very important for me to talk to her about it. It was important to talk to Madison about it, because Madison had been in a relationship with me, and Madison, knows me pretty damn well. Yeah. And so I wanted to pick her brain, but then kind of once it got out there, like, whoa, Austin's having thoughts. I'm like, I'm just having thoughts about the future. Isn't that what people do? It is a big deal to then be like, hey, you want to move to Charleston and move in with me? Because that's what you would do. Yeah. And that could be like the next step for the rest of my life, which it's just like a real decision of like, do you want this to happen or not? Because that's what was going to happen. Yeah. There was not going to be a talk of like, hey, you going to come to Charlotte? Like, no, you were going to come to Charleston and move in with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I also feel like it comes down to, though, like when you find that person, you will know in your heart of hearts, I can't live without you. I need you to come live in Charleston with me, because I can't live without you.
And so,
so if you have that conversation and realize maybe I don't feel that way, then it was good for that time and whatever, but that wasn't the relationship for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So let me just say that so this does not happen on camera, right? Because I gave her that grace of like, I'm not. So, but you will hear this all. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Did she
coming later? Where like that conversation happened.
Yeah. I know it's like hard to
literally happened
to do on the show, because it's like talking about the show, which is never really talked about as much. But was she anti-reality TV, or was she just kind of like whatever, didn't care as much?
She was the latter.
Yeah.
She was kind of like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, if you want me to, and I'm not gonna lie. I was like, kind of like Ben Madison does with Brett. It's like, let's give him like a breadcrumb trail. You don't have to be here every single weekend to film, because sometimes
that feels like
things
the best
just,
case.
Happen.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
and, but she was always down.
So in the mix.
Right.
It's like
right.
Sometimes like nothing bad can it sounds like nothing bad happened. It just kind of
No. It didn't. It did.
Yeah.
And that's what made it so hard and so like adult at the same time.
Right.
Where it was like, wow, normally you break up because something happens.
Right. No fireworks. Just like
that's what made it all that harder, because it was like, I'm fast forwarding, like I'm hitting the fast forward button now, but that it was, I've never done it in this manner. I've never broken up with somebody in the manner that
in respectful,
right? in a sit down conversation.
Let's be honest. Like in the past too, like I've maybe begun to fizzle out, and like in my head, I'm like, I'm kind of over this, but I'm too chicken shit to break up with you.
How do I push her away?
So then you drive your partner nuts because they're like, what did I do wrong? And in reality, you didn't do anything wrong. It was just too chicken shit to break, know?
Yeah.
And so that's something that I was like, by pain of death, I will avoid happening.
Yeah. At least you acknowledge that. Like, we're, when Madison said on this past episode that she thinks you had a girlfriend because you felt like you need to have a girlfriend, did you think that was true on her part?
No, I don't think that that's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I found someone who I really enjoyed spending time with, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we went away, one time, and after like 4 days together, 5 days together, 6 days together, I'm like, wait, you really like this? Like you really like enjoy spending time with this person. And I don't view relationships like I'm gonna marry that girl. Like just because it's not, end game doesn't mean that it's not like meaningful time spent together. And maybe like an important relationship. I know that some people, view it in black and white. Craig is one of those people who's always been like, if you don't see her as your wife, then what are you doing? And it's like, I've never seen it that way. So I don't, trust me, not having a girlfriend and filming this show would be so much easier. So I did not have a girlfriend because I felt like I needed one.
Yeah.
Fair.
I know we all have a lot on our plate right now. We're getting into that time of year, but at the same time, work, holidays, parties, social events, so many things going on. So when it comes to life stuff like managing your money, we want to keep things simple. That's why we love Acorns. Acorns lets you save and invest your money without even thinking about it, and all you have to do is start using some of that spare change. That's because Acorns rounds every purchase you make to the nearest dollar and automatically invests your spare change for you. So I think, especially when this is the time, getting a lot of gifts, all those things, you want to round up that spare. Maybe you're buying something, a little treat for yourself, coffee on the way to work, a gift for someone in your life. You can round up on that spare change, and you are giving yourself a chance for your money to grow, and it'll make you feel like you got your life together.
I love Acorns, for real.
Super easy to use. All you have to do is sign up now, and Acorns will boost your new account with a $20 bonus investment. Just head to acorns.com/chicks or download the Acorns app to get started. Paid non-client endorsement compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 2 compensation provided, potential subject to various factors such as customers' accounts, age, and investment settings. Does not include Acorns fees. Results do not predict or represent the performance of any Acorns portfolio. Investment results will vary. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/chicks. Okay, your other relationship, because you mentioned him, is your friendship with Craig, which has had its ups and downs on the show, the last season or so, and then even for the preview for this coming up episode, looks like you guys are kind of getting into it in costume. Which is like the fun.
Which seems like it's Craig's favorite time to get into.
Yeah, it is just
arguments with people.
It is just funny. But where are you and Craig having a disconnect? Like during these episodes, where are you and Craig having a disconnect? Because now Craig's single, and he's drinking again, and we went through everything he said last time, and his relationship. It feels like you guys are just on separate pages.
Yeah. it doesn't have to do with Craig's drinking.
Yeah.
Like Craig's drinking, I don't care about. Like it was interesting to me that we have this talk on the beach and then he's drinking again, but I'm not like, I'm aghast at Craig. Like I don't care. If he knows what he's doing and he feels confident and then great. I ain't his daddy, and that is not, because let's not forget that, last year it was kind of like a flip where people were like, Shep or whoever was like, Craig, why are you so concerned with like what Austen, is doing, right? It's like I posted something about, drinking, and Craig was like, you seem to be drinking a lot, Austen. And I was like, don't worry about what I'm doing, Craig, and don't hit me with that.
Because then it comes back around.
and now it's coming, back around. It's making it, look like I'm super pressed about Craig and his drinking. But it's so many more things, and sometimes I'm like, I just want to wring his neck, and is that such an old
No,
term?
but it's so but that is it's such a classic like way to describe a frustration with a friend. You're just like, I just want to grab you. I
just want to wring his neck, and I don't want like bad things to happen to I just wanted for a long I've wanted for a long time Craig to take maybe ownership over like, I mean, I feel like he could have come into this season and just been like, hey guys, I know that last year I had a girlfriend, and for the past 3 years I was like head down and like I had a girlfriend. I'm sorry that my like friendships with a bunch of you guys kind of fell off, but I'm back. Everyone would have been like, Craigie, I mean, it would have been so easy. I just he doesn't ever do that. And specifically to me in instances, and you'll see an instance that pops up in an episode or two that comes up, and there's no sort of like apology for it. It's just like, sorry that the things that I say make you mad. I'm like, that's not an apology.
Right.
Yeah, right. Sorry for your reaction. But it's not sorry for what I did.
So it's just things like that drive me crazy.
I sometimes I wonder, like,
and maybe we're just fundamentally different, which we are,
right? I think when it comes down to it, that might be the case, because it seems like you guys try to patch it up, and then you guys just at the end of the day, it's just it doesnn't pan out. And now we're seeing the previews for the next episode where
guys, it does not get better throughout the season.
It does. It didn't look like it.
And where do you guys stand right now?
And then it's fine. And then then it gets, and then it's like, holy shit. I mean, where are we now is, Craig texted me a little bit yesterday, asking like where I ate in the city and things like this. And
oh my God, like surface, you guys are having like surface level conversations.
Is it tough that you guys like have so many other, I guess not so many other, but like other ventures and things that you guys like do together?
That's what it was. Like so many things. Like, how do you guys do it? Because I
don't know.
Well, I think deep down, fundamentally, we're very similar.
We are very,
we're
pretty similar.
I think that's
when people are like, "How are you guys still friends?" Like, "Oh, we're friends. We respect each other."
No,
we have
but
the same...
I just think that because when it does come down to it, there are just things that you and Craig, like when you scrape off all the outside, the show, the friend, everything. It's like there may be just different priorities,
right? Because you could have different personalities, where I think Fran and I have different personalities, but fundamentally
pretty
similar.
And you would think that fundamentally Craig and I have, I mean, we're the same age. We were both in the frat bros and college, like obviously we weren't frat bros anymore. Sometimes. Of course. But like you guys come into an office, you have hours that you come in, and Craig and I were trying to create a schedule together where he had a million things going on and I had things going on, and trying to make it work. We just began to like resent one another.
Yeah, for sure. That's fair.
And that sucks, because the podcast was meant to be a place where we could come together and bullshit. The most non-serious podcast ever, right? It was like, what'd you do yesterday, Craig? Well, I ate a bowl of yogurt with oatmeal and then I gardened. Like, it was about nothing, you know?
We spent 45 minutes today talking about fast food.
Okay. But that's great because we somehow made it work, right? And we somehow come to an interesting point.
I think
and
when
then
it all starts in different places too. Like when you start doing, if you start doing something together or individually and then you try and do something together, it's like, well, what is the priority? Our individual things or it's the stuff we're doing together? And
also, we became friends from doing the podcast. Yeah. It wasn't opposite, where when friends then make a podcast together, it's like we created our friendship.
Do you guys feel that one of you quarterbacks and one of you kind of like lets the other one quarterback, or do you think that you're both?
I think we're pretty collaborative.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Because it started to happen a little bit. It started to happen with us, and I was like, take it. Like, all that I want to do is show up and bullshit with you for, 40 minutes and jump off, and like, we can do that. And if you have more of a direction with where you want to go, then go. Yeah. I don't want to fight about stuff. But anyways, working too closely is not the first time that has broken up like a friendship.
You think Pills and Beer is going to come back in any way
Look,
down the line?
I think it'd be an awesome comeback. I think it'd be an awesome comeback. And by the way,
but friendship probably should come first before that.
Sure.
Has to. And we're talking about Craig, but it is funny because I bring Shep into this too. We're like, the three of us have such a
bizarre relationship,
just like opinion of one another. And sometimes
really
I'm like, it drives me nuts, and I'm sure that it drives Craig nuts too, with just his such wrong takes on me. It drives me mad. I'm like, spending all this time with me, how could you be so off about you saying, the thing about Austen is, I'm like, whatever's about to come out of your mouth next is just wrong.
Yeah.
And Shep does that too.
I find that Shep does that a lot about Craig.
Yeah.
Like even just from
he does
watching
about
the
me
show, like
so
he does
often.
it about both of you guys,
Yeah.
but like I just feel like Shep, especially when I'm watching some of his interviews in the show, where he's like, well, let me tell you something about Craig. This is this, and I'm like, Shep, I think you're talking out of your ass right now.
I do that too. I'm like, I don't think that's the thing.
I don't think that's what it is at all. Like we were talking about this for the second episode. Is that like at one point Shep was bringing up Craig, like Craig had the chance to hook up with Catherine back in the day, and then he didn't, but Shep took that opportunity, and I'm like, Shep, nobody cares about this anymore. Like, nobody cares that 12 years ago Craig missed his shot with Catherine, but you took it.
Hold on, but if you ask Craig where him and Shep's, headbutting came into play, it's because in the episode in season 2 where they were being auctioned off and someone bid higher on Craig than Shep, and Shep is always since then. I'm like, dude, that was a decade ago.
Yeah,
like,
but
it's over.
Between the two of them, it does feel like they have that more so than, I don't know, with you. I think maybe it's a little bit different, but it does feel like with the two of them, because they have been on for so long together, that like they both have like a notes app that's like Shep, and it's like he did this, and this, and Shep's like, Craig, he did this. They just
Shep?
remember everything.
I do too.
Yeah.
What are you kidding me?
Shep's
40,
46.
And they have just now let
his age.
They have now let one another.
Right. No, yeah, I know. He's 45.
No, he's not.
Oh wow, the internet's lying.
Well,
I mean, you're his. You're his.
Yeah, I just
one of his best friends.
It's.
I'm like, no, he's not.
My dad's birthday. Look, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying.
No,
I know.
I definitely, which is why I do think it is such an interesting dynamic every season, watching it like evolve with you guys. But
I mean, Shep has done a good job now. He's like, I'm just gonna let Craig.
Yeah.
And I think that Craig let Shep, and I just don't. Craig and I guess it's just unresolved things from last year, because when we talked on the beach, basically what happened was that I was about to, bring up a lot of stuff, but then it turned into something else. So then I kind of stopped with everything that I was going to say, because I was like, okay, well, now we're talking about something, really serious that he's choosing to open up to me about, which I loved and felt.
So you think you still haven't had that conversation?
And so we just haven't cleared out the basement, which I think that we both thought that maybe we could just like sweep it away and okay, let's just move on because we had a breakthrough of.
I'm
of
having
sorts.
deja vu a little bit. I think this is what we talked about the last time
We
were
did.
here.
No, we had the same
boy.
That I
exact
was like,
conversation.
that you guys need to just sit down and
You guys
and,
gotta have
will. We will.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
come on, it's been some time.
I know, but maybe they haven't.
I'm not
we have
saying
to
come
watch
on
it
to
on
you
TV.
in general. I'm
You know?
saying just
Maybe we have to, we have to
And
watch
look,
it happen at the end of the season.
Look, it's no secret to me that the fans like, okay, we've been here before, moving
Right.
on.
no, it's okay. We'll
And trust
still watch.
me, I don't want to. It hurts my heart. Like I almost wish that man JT was here still, so I could just argue with him.
Oh my God, no, not
and
us.
argue about.
We're happy
okay,
with
yeah. Anyways, moving on from that. But it's like having someone on that you don't care about.
Yeah, right.
You know that you
like
can
these
argue
are
with.
real, relationships.
It like hurts my
friendships.
heart to
Yeah.
to have to talk about it and to have to rehash it not once
And
but
then
twice
he'll-
and 3 times.
And then he'll see this and be like,
But I haven't said
"Why?"
anything unkind.
no, you.
Well, are you?
Craig?
Yeah. Are you enjoying single Craig any more than relationship Craig?
I haven't had a chance. Like I have been a wingman for him once.
Yeah.
And trust me, I was a wingman. Okay, I was around longer than he ever would have been around if it was the other way around. And I haven't had a chance to see him in action. I don't really know how he operates in the dating world.
Because now you guys
I
are
don't
both
know
single,
if it's
right?
Raya or
Yeah.
if it's like I don't know
What's he's
what's
right.
he doing.
No, that you guys are both single. I
Yeah.
think. At least as far as we know.
As far as I know, that would be.
That's what I was asking. I'm like, what's the answer?
Well, he can speak for himself.
Yeah,
I'm saying for Craig, it's like as
Yeah,
far
no,
as
no,
we
no,
know.
for me-
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, do you need to have something to tell us?
Yeah.
No. I mean, man, even my mom was like, Austen, just take a beat. I'm like, okay, Mom, but I'm 38.
Yeah.
Like, how much of a beat
Yeah.
should I take? So now I'm like trying to figure out because I liked Austen in a relationship. I liked what it made me do, or not what it made me do. It's like, but the way that I operated, it's like I go to dinner. I'm like, all right, Shep, Whitney, I'm going home. And you guys are going to go out and it's a priority shift. And I liked that version. So how am I going to, we'll see.
You'll meet somebody and
It's
you'll
just
know.
that classic
We'll see.
Charleston dating pool. It seems pretty tough.
Can we ask about the George Washington thing?
What George Washington?
Sure.
Oh my
That's
God!
amazing.
With
Fran and I
Sam.
were talking about this. And I just need to know. You seemed very upset about the comparison.
Okay.
And we would like to say that
kinda saw
we
it.
saw it.
Okay.
And not in an
That's fine.
unflattering way.
No, but we
No.
were like, you know what?
Okay.
Kind of looks like Austen.
And he's our founding father.
Yeah, it's all right. It just the way that you seemed very upset.
Hold on.
The clapback seemed like it was about something else.
Okay.
Yeah, were you going through something that
Hold
day?
on.
Yeah.
I feel like
We'll stop talking now.
I feel like, yeah. Enough,
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay?
Sorry, I'm going to
Whose
shut
show
the
is
fuck
this?
up.
Yeah. We'll shut up
So, this goes back to like when I didn't, want to come in here, right?
now. Yeah.
And I used to just get, vitriol from this account. And I was like, wait, like, I was just, I was driving down the street. I opened it, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, damn, like just such a great weekend at BravoCon and everything was so awesome. And I'm like, why is she being rude to
I'm
me?
being told I
And
look like
then
George
I start dying laughing because her response to me was like, Austen, I wasn't trying to be mean. I was like, oh shit, sorry. And I was sorry. And yeah, I guess it was just like a flashback to, shitty times. I don't know.
man. Well, I was
I
thinking 'cause-
couldn't relate more. to
Yeah, I was just
something
like, I
that.
just don't need this comparison right now.
Yeah,
genuinely,
I was like, okay.
I couldn't relate more to overreacting to a comment somebody makes to you that is not supposed to be that mean or whatever it is, and it just derails your day because something else was going on.
Yeah.
Something else was going on.
Or reminded you of
Yep.
something, and you were like,
Right.
"What the fuck?"
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, "I don't fucking look like George Washington."
Yeah.
She was just
I
trying to
have
like
had these
promote the PBS show
Yeah.
to be like, here's people.
I've had these exact
which,
freakouts.
by the way, man, Ken Burns reposted.
Kevin
So,
did repost
I
it. So he
I-
must have seen it too.
there's just so many comments and pictures, and the interview of me and Chanel just went
was the
wild.
funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
who were you looking at to try and get? Who were you looking at to be like
Donald, man, behind the camera? He was just laughing. I was like, Donald, dude, give me an assist. Give me an assist,
that was
man.
the funniest thing. I'm like, Austen is just looking for someone from Bravo, publicist, someone to be like, that's help.
But
funny.
so many comments and so many things, and like pictures of me everywhere in comments, and you don't look for comments, but like a stray one can F your day up.
When a stray one
and
finds
I was
you,
like, why are you being rude? I was like, Bravo. No disrespect to George and his wooden teeth, but I was like, man, why you gotta fuck with me?
we were like, Austen must be going through something today, but like I said,
Austen was
very
being sensitive.
No, but very relatable.
I
like,
wrote back to her, I was like, I'm dying right now. I'm like, what happened?
Guys, my like wall started getting spammed with like gifts of George Washington, man, crossing the river, crossing the Delaware.
Not your wall being
that's the
spammed.
thing.
You just showed your age.
Yeah.
That's what
you just went full Facebook.
That's what makes even worse. So sometimes when
it wasn't Facebook. No, man, you can leave
said
gifts.
Wall. You said left on your wall.
On your wall.
My comment section.
Yeah, that's Facebook.
That's what we said.
Excuse
Facebook.
me. My Facebook is a different story. I had an account that had like 38,000 followers, scamming people left and right.
No, that's
even my own
that
sister was like, Austen, man, your Facebook
yeah.
got hacked. I was like, Katie, it's not my Facebook. I don't use
Katie's like
Facebook.
struggling for money.
Yeah, people make fake ones too now.
That happened.
What's crazy is people really do send them money, which is
it is. It's so fucked up.
When it got to the point where like I had to reach out to Facebook. I reached out to Bravo PR to help me get. And it was because a woman had reached out to me. She was like, hey, Austen, sorry that I didn't get to meet up with you last night. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, my
God.
God.
She was like, oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry. I feel so
Wait.
dumb.
Oh, no, that's so bad. So they thought they were going to meet up with you. Well,
That's
the George Washington thing, it's so classic, though, because once you say something, right, you're like, why the fuck did I pay attention to this?
Of course.
Now I'm being flooded with George Washington
and
memes.
honestly, there's probably a ton of people listening right now that have no fucking
and now
clue.
I know. And great. And now they're going to go look at it.
No clue
cut
what
this
we're
out,
talking.
bro.
They have
okay?
no clue
Cut
what we're
out
talking
this
about.
whole part.
But you know what? That's totally fine too. Okay, but I do want to ask about BravoCon quickly because I know you have to go. But 2:53. How was BravoCon? You enjoyed it? Fun? What was your highlight?
Yeah. So my mom and sister came this year, which was definitely a highlight. Because it's just this crazy world. And my mom, my sister's seen it. Mom hasn't, and she was just like, this is so neat. People think my son's cool. Yeah. And it was a lot, right? Because I did a Watch What Happens Live every night. So I didn't even get to get dinner with them. It was like I went in the day and daytime stuff, and because the F1 race was there, it took forever to get Well, the F1 race was the weekend after, but they closed down like a lot of the streets. So I didn't have a whole lot of downtime, but that's okay because you're there for BravoCon.
That's what you're there for.
You're just there to smile and take pics.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was so fun. And I'm thankful that it's an every other year thing.
That feels appropriate.
Because it is a lot.
It's a lot. Can I ask you what you feel about the whole because now I feel like it's been talked about a lot, and at BravoCon is when it's showcased more, is when they do like multiple shows together and everything. Do you feel like there's a Southern Charm, Summer House rivalry after the whole breakup? Because that's kind of what it's been spun as, is like, oh, we don't fuck with each other now.
After
we have Paige and you have Craig.
After the breakup, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think that there's just like some snarky going back and forth. Yeah. And at first it was like, all right, well, let's ride for our show, and they're riding hard, for theirs. And it really wasn't like an anti, anybody. Because I did text Paige after their breakup, and she texted me back very kind and message, and so and then I started thinking, I was like, I don't have beef with Carl or Kyle or Wes or Jesse or Lindsay, and I was like, okay, I don't have beef with anybody. Like,
I thought you were in the mix with them, like you're friends with them, and you hooked up with some of them.
Yeah.
And but maybe one of them isn't so fond of me, but that's okay. Yeah. And so it kind of made me laugh because at BravoCon, Andy was like, so got some beef here. And I kind of, looked around. I was like, Shep doesn't even know what you're talking about. Right. He's on like his BlackBerry. Like, what beef are you speaking of?
I mean, Shep's telling what's looked to be strangers about screaming about.
It wasn't strangers.
It wasn't strangers in Southern Hospitality.
Yes.
I good reminder.
Enough.
Do you not like the Southern Hospitality cast?
That's so silly considering that I filmed a party with them, which is more than anyone on my cast can say. Mm-hmm. I feel that I've been very, very kind to them. Of course, when their show first started, and there were a few strays. I mean, look, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. Like, I know that they want me to give it oxygen. For sure. And I don't. Yeah. Right. I think that
it only helps them.
I think that it's untrue. And
although the show is good.
Good.
I love the show.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way,
say you like Southern Charm more.
I love both.
You don't have to.
I love both.
Like,
it took a while for Southern. I mean, it took multiple seasons. The first season, I quit on it.
It was the last season we were like.
The last season was
good.
Yeah.
Right. They found their footing.
They did.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
Yep.
Good
yep.
for them.
Yeah. Yay!
You know? Yeah.
Although let me tell you, it's a small town for all these reality shows.
It is a small town, but I feel like one, feeds the other. Yeah. Right? It's almost like
that's how I feel about all these shows in Salt Lake City now. I'm like, where do all these people go? The Salt Lake City, it's not that big of a place.
All the Mormons.
Mormon wives, Real Housewives.
Right.
But
there's so many. Utah, they just said, tons.
Big place.
Yeah.
To wrap up, would you date somebody that was on Southern Charm again? Or are you like,
thought you were going to say on Southern Hospitality.
No,
I was like, oh my gosh.
Like Sally was interested and we saw that, or are you looking for somebody who's not on reality TV like your ex-girlfriend?
You know what? That's a great question. I saw Craig have to answer this question somewhere, and I was actually interested, right? Because I was like, this is a good question. I wonder what he said, and he kind of didn't have an answer for it because I've done both, and on one hand, you think it's easier. It's kind of not.
Yeah.
Because
he kind of made it sound like he would, though.
If something goes awry, then they can make it like a huge deal because they, have the microphone in their hand. I don't know. It's just got to be right.
Yeah,
that is true. Got to be right.
That is true. Well, Austen.
Anything else, guys?
I feel like think of any other viral moments you've had recently.
People have been talking about how you are just a great gossip these days, and you know what? I have to agree. We could just sit here and talk to you all day long.
That's why Madison and I are great friends.
Yeah, that's Madison.
That's why we wanted Madison to come. It was like the four of us would have the best time.
We really would. Yeah. But you are going to go to Watch What Happens Live.
Yes.
And this was great little practice because we are nowhere near Andy. And we hope you have a great show.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much. We do love when you come in, Austin.
Yes, we really do.
7 years ago. I first met you guys.
Yeah.
Or is that Abraham Lincoln?
Oh shit! Well, thank you
You're
so
just
much.
chopping down the cherry tree. Okay. Anyway, all right. The Southern Charm guys. Everyone, make sure you're watching Wednesday nights on Bravo. 9 p.m. you guys are on?
I think we're 8 right now. 8? And then we'll probably move to 9.
9. I'm being told 9 p.m.
Okay.
And obviously streaming next day on Peacock, which I know
Peacock.
people
That's
love
where
to do as well. But we are very excited for this new season. Honestly, have us roped in right from the start.
Yes, good. Definitely.
And I can't wait to see your Hermione costume.
Cannot wait.
I am the fuggliest person with a wig on. And it was jarring to see.
It was.
You'll have to be George Washington for Halloween. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes. That would be funny.
Well, everyone thought that I was going to be Harry. I got like 4 texts being like, well, you're obviously going to be Harry. And I was like, watch this.
Watch. Yeah.
Hermione.
Yeah. Love it.
Okay. Thank you, Austin.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, watching, listening, and a big reminder that tickets are still available. Tickets are still available for our Philly show next week, Tuesday the 9th. Holiday show. Super excited for it. We're going to have a ton of fun. You can get tickets online. Very easy to find. And we will talk to you on Friday. See ya. Bye.
Yeah, Jake's in the office. Long-time listener. First-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks. You can find them at the gym, it's not even